Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Rafferty Stadium. My name is Tommy Fox, and I'm here with
Nicholas Mazzarella.
And tonight's matchup is the Fairfield Prep Jesuits versus the New Britain Golden Hurricanes.
Yeah, it's a great matchup, Tom. Both teams are coming off some good wins. Prep had an absolute battering of Sheehan. They're looking to improve their record to 2-1. And Tom, I've heard a lot of good things about this New Britain team. They're nicknamed the hard-hitting New Britain. That's what was going around the school. And honestly, we are primed for a great game. Both teams have great offenses. The defenses fly around the field, and never a better night for football than it is today. It's beautiful out.
Indeed. New Britain is Connecticut's #1 scoring offense with a 55-0 win in Week 1 in their Week 1 matchup and a 44-36 win in their Week 2 matchup. Their running back is the player to watch. Jaden Allen, number 22, had 211 yards and 4 touchdowns versus Hall last week. And their QB is a junior. This is his first year starting, but he has been a dual-threat quarterback so far this season.
Yeah, it tells you a lot about a team when you have a junior leading the best offense in the state. These coaches have their team dialed, and it's gonna be a shootout here tonight, Tom. Some notes today for Prep. J.J. Langston appears to be out with a bone bruise on his heel, so that's a tough loss for the Jesuits. He's their leading receiver. He had, I believe, 5 catches for 101 yards last game and a touchdown, so he's definitely a guy they're going to be missing. And it's going to have to go down to some of these younger receivers for production for them.
Yes, Dakota Newton will have to step up here as Prep's #2 receiver so far. But another strength of Prep is their run-dominant game. With Vinny Lombardo, Scout Callahan, and Chad James each scoring a touchdown in last week's victory versus Sheehan.
Yeah, these guys have been playing Prep football for a really long time, and the duo, the 1-2 punch between Vinny and Scout is something that I would not want to face if I was any linebacker in the state. I mean, these guys are explosive, and they punish you. It's almost like Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery on the Lions. They're just that 1-2 punch, and they're going to be unforgiving this game. So I think Prep's going to have to lean on that run. Obviously, they have Robbie Manning, senior quarterback. He's got 261 yards this season, 3 touchdowns. He's electrifying, but I think the key for Prep today is going to be a dominant run game.
I definitely agree with that. Prep versus New Britain, this will be a shootout. Thank you very much, and we'll be back after this quick break.
What does it mean to graduate from Fairfield Prep? It's hard to put into words because there's truly nothing like it. Maybe it's the moment walking down the aisle to receive your diploma, or the sea of red and white tuxedos all around you, or that firm handshake from President Cashman. Those are unforgettable moments, but they're not what defines it. What truly sets this experience apart happens after graduation, when you're outside celebrating with the people who were once just your classmates. I say once because they're not just classmates anymore. They have become family, your brothers. Over 4 years, through every high and low, every challenge and victory, These are the people who stood beside you. Now, you're no longer students. You're a family. What might be bittersweet goodbyes at other schools comes something different here. A celebration. Laughter, pride, and a deep sense of connection fill the air as you take one more picture, one more memory together. As we prepare to step into the next chapter of our lives, carry that brotherhood with us, forever shaped by our time at prep. And as all prep men do, we may laugh, we may cry, but we never say die.
Before I come to officiate your game, I'm busy at work.
Before I was a high school official, I was a young athlete myself.
Before I heard you yelling at me from the stands, I was a parent on the sideline cheering for my own kids.
And before each season and before each game, like you, I'm prepared and I'm excited.
Remember,
We're a lot.
Like you.
For generations, we've shaped young men into leaders, thinkers, and compassionate individuals. But to maintain our tradition of excellence, we must evolve and grow.
In the Ignatian tradition, I begin my day with gratitude. Gratitude for you, our generous supporters and benefactors who have been critical to our success. Now, we invite you to build an even brighter future.
Our campaign focuses on 3 essential pillars that will propel Fairfield Prep into the future.
By expanding our financial aid program, we'll ensure that a Fairfield Prep education is accessible to deserving students from all backgrounds.
It's critical that we continue to expand scholarship opportunities for students whose families can't afford full tuition and allow them to be part of the prep experience, because in fact, they make the prep experience.
Fairfield Prep is a very special place, but what makes it special is the people here.
I know so many people here who are great athletes and then they turn around and go play with the band or write a short story for a creative writing contest.
Whether you like athletics or engineering or art, there's so much to do after school.
Our commitment to excellence means providing our faculty with cutting-edge professional development opportunities, empowering them to inspire and challenge our students.
By supporting our educators to always pursue learning, we're producing great teachers in the classroom, but also great role models for our students.
The faculty here at Fairfield Prep are invited to learn more about the traditions that we are upholding in the classroom, and one of the ways that we do that is through the Jesuit Educators Academy.
The Jesuit Educators Academy is a 5-year program in which teachers who are new to prep learn about the mission and core values of Ignatian spirituality.
If we do not train faculty, we don't produce the type of students who can go out and set the world afire.
We're enhancing our campus with state-of-the-art facilities, with a center for arts and recreation, and expanding our academic support services to nurture every student's potential.
We use a scaffolding approach to provide resources to ensure academic success for our students.
As an athlete and a musician, it's great to have new facilities that really enhance what prep is all about.
I've had to learn and grow into being a well-rounded person. Here at Prep, we call it cura personalis, or care of the whole person.
Our world needs leaders of conscience, compassion,
competence, and commitment.
Shaped by a Jesuit Catholic education.
All of this is a fabric woven together that becomes the graduate at graduation.
What is a grad at grad?
Open to growth.
Intellectually competent.
Religious.
Loving.
Committed to doing justice.
These are the hallmarks of a Fairfield Prep graduate.
Ignatius said he could find God in all things. Our education is about finding God in each other and in the world around us.
We need your help to meet the demands of a rapidly changing world.
Together, let's shape the future of our school, forming leaders who support the values of Fairfield Prep. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Go forth.
but the Jesuits come up with it. Touchdown, Dakota Newton. Great play there.
Huge gap open there. And Callahan on his second rushing
Tons of
touchdown.
pressure here.
Ginormous tackle there.
A big interception.
That's number 6, Sam Barrett.
Conklin still on his feet, looking downfield for the end zone, and intercepted by Jack Conklin.
Hit him up, huh? Get him up, huh? Put him up, huh? We waking up, huh?
Rob Bennett heaves it down. Jesuits touchdown. Run again. It stops behind the line of scrimmage all the way back inside the 5. What a great play there from the Jesuits defense.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Rafferty Stadium. Tonight we have a matchup between the Fairfield Prep Jesuits, who are 1-1, and the New Britain Golden Hurricanes, who are 2-0. Both teams are coming off a dominant win with a lot of offense. So hopefully tonight will be an exciting game between the two teams with a lot of scoring. Fairfield Prep Jesuits looking to improve their great start to the season, and New Britain coming into Rafferty Stadium hoping to disrupt that.
Yeah, Tom, Prep's really looking to defend home turf here. They got off to a rough start against Greenwich in week 1. It was a hard-fought battle, but Greenwich is one of the best teams in the state. It was a tough way to start the season, but then last week they came back strong, beat up on Seymour, and now they're looking to improve their record to 2-1. And honestly, this could be a really good momentum game for the Jesuits. New Britain is one of the best teams in Connecticut, and to win their first meeting all time, I think will be huge for the future meetings.
Yeah, definitely. New Britain has made the Class LL playoffs in back-to-back years. So far this year, they have the #1 offense in the state. This is going to be a tough battle for Prep.
Yeah, this is a really good offense. It's led by their quarterback, Billy Seymour. Heard he's a great player. He's a junior. He's got this offense on lock. They also got their running back, Jaden Allen, who's also one of those fastest players in the state. I mean, this is a really good offense, like you said, #1 in the state. But they're going to run into a Prep defense that's hot right now. If I believe it, I think they put up a goose egg last week. And we're going to go silent now for a prayer.
We give thanks for this great weather this evening. We pray for a good game and a safe game. So please join me as together we pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. St. Ignatius of Loyola, have a great game.
So we're back after the prayer. And again, the Jesuits, I mean, this is a really big game for them.
Yeah, it is. Last week, like you said, their defense was dominant, not allowing a single point against Sheehan. And now the captains will walk out to the middle of the field.
Yeah, Prep captains this season, Jordan Lewis, Scal Callahan. I believe that is Jack Buck and Robbie Manning.
Sam Barrett and
Sam Barrett. Pardon. These are guys that have just been absolute leaders for this team. Manning's a 2-year starter at quarterback. Lewis has been an absolute monster for this team. He started on varsity since sophomore year. And Callahan's part of that 1-2 punch with Vinny Lombardo, who's absolutely torched teams so far this year. Sam Barrett holding down that secondary. It's good to have those boys out there representing the team.
Yes, you mentioned the 1-2 punch between Scout Callahan and Vincent Lombardo, and that will play a huge factor in tonight's game. Obviously, they have Robbie Manning throwing the ball, but Scout Callahan and Vinny Lombardo have just been wearing teams down up the middle.
Yeah, I mean, they're electric. It's like a said it before, but it's Jabril Gibbs and David Montgomery. You got one guy who's just going to run straight through you on a goal line and another more finesse back. And, you know, when you have a guy who's running the ball, maybe a 70-yard chunk run, he's tired, and then the sub coming in is just as good, if not better. It's hard to stop that. Some injury notes for the Jesuits. Out today, number 1 wide receiver, J.J. Langston. It's a tough loss for them. He's been obviously the best receiver on this team so far this season with 157 yards and 2 touchdowns. So Dakota Newton's going to have to step up along with Nick Garofalo. And another note, Luca Fried out another week with that back. Looking to get him back next week, hopefully, because he's a game wrecker in the middle there on defense.
Yeah, J.J. Langston is definitely an unfortunate loss for this Prep team, as him and Robbie Manning have quite the connection that they've been working on since freshman year. So far, though, Prep's run game has really been the strength of this offense, and Robbie Manning has not disappointed either with 211 pass yards and 3 passing touchdowns on the season, and you add on a couple rushing touchdowns as well.
Yeah, great thought there, Tom. We're going to mute now for the national anthem. So we're gearing up for kickoff here. Do we know if Prep deferred or received here, Tom? Because that's going to be a huge start of momentum. If I was Prep, I would want this ball to start off this game and get down the field and just punch one in.
Yes, I definitely agree, especially at home. I believe Prep...
Looks like they're receiving.
Yeah. I believe Prep did take the ball, which means that the offense will get the first crack at it here against New Britain. Set the tone for the game.
Oh, no, we are just completely wrong. Out walks Cornelius. He's going to boot this one to New Britain.
Oh, we are completely wrong. Well, this gives us... this gives Prep a chance to have their defense set the tone for the game. And the offense get the ball back in the second half.
Yeah, this defense has definitely been, in my opinion, the strong point of this team. Obviously, Greenwich did put up 31 on them, but they're one of the best teams in the state. And putting up that goose egg last week against Sheehan, they got a lot of momentum going into this game with a lot of hard-hitting players, as Cornelius is going to boot this one off to start the game.
Cornelius with the kickoff. New Britain will return it from their own 10. And New Britain will be taken down at the 20. That was number 4, John Judge, on the return for New Britain.
Yeah, it's great coverage there from Prep, holding him to a 10-yard return. Great way to start the game for them.
Yeah, special teams has been great for Prep this year. And now the defense will come out. And one of the strong suits of this defense so far this season has been the ability to turn the ball over. Against Greenwich, they had 2 turnovers. And then last week against Sheehan, the defensive lineman, James Burgess, had an interception.
Oh, yeah, I love a big boy pick there.
This is number 16, Seymour behind center for the New Britain Golden Hurricanes, as Jaden Allen joins him in the backfield. The ball is snapped, and throw over the middle, caught by number 1, Jayan Iscara, for a 10-yard gain.
Yeah, it seems like New Britain's going to move Allen all over this offense to start this game. You saw him there start out in the slot. Seymour motions him into the wide receiver position, and then they're going to get that slant across the middle to Escara.
Ball is snap, fake, and Seymour will be taking it for the run, and it will get no gain.
Yeah, we saw there New Britain ran that hurry up because we got an injury. I was going to say maybe we'll see them run that hurry-up offense throughout the game, trying to wear down this prep defense, but there's an injury there. Not sure who the player is, so it's going to give the Jesuits just a moment to catch their thoughts, talk about what they just saw in those last 2 plays.
Yeah, Prep bounced back after that first 10-yard gain, only allowing 2 yards on the QB rush there, and that is one of the main points of Seymour as a quarterback. He is known as a dual threat, and they will run that RPO with Jaden Allen all game if Prep can't stop it.
Yeah, I really think the key for the Jesuits is just going to be stopping the run. I mean, if they can hold Allen on that line there and not allow him to break free, then Seymour is going to have to sling it. And we haven't really heard of any wide receiver talent on this team, and Prep's DBs are pretty good too. So I think the key today is just going to be stopping those runs, getting those big boys involved up front. And if they're able to do that, it should be a great defensive performance from them.
Yes, indeed, and the run is definitely New Britain's strong point, so stopping that will open up a lot of pathways for Prep. And they might possibly get a few turnovers again if they force Seymour to throw the football. Looks like the New Britain player will be okay as he is walking off the field.
Yeah, I hate to see that 2 plays in the game. I hope he's all right.
And New Britain's offense now takes the field with a 2nd and 8 facing them. New Britain now has 2 men in the backfield. Seymour at QB, and Allen joins him back there. Ball is run up the middle, and again stopped by the Prep defense. Great play there.
Yeah, so far this New Britain line has not had an answer for the Prep defensive front. Burgess has gotten home, I think, every time. And we've seen number 10, DeLibro, in there as well. So on this 3rd and long here, it appears to be a 3rd and 9. I think they're going to have to throw it. Something interesting I've seen so far, they've run a lot out of the shotgun, but they've had 1 to 2 backs in the backfield with Seymour on every snap. Here we see Allen, I believe.
Yes, that's Allen back there. I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe a little short check down to Allen.
Yeah, number 7's lined up in an interesting position there, almost like he's a running back. He's facing the ball. He's going to split out as a tight end.
Seymour rolls out, looks downfield, throws it, caught. Number 7 for a 15-yard gain up the middle. And that was a great pass there by Seymour, rolling to his left, be able to make the back foot throw and find the man in the middle. On the catch was Jaden Benitez as New Britain snaps the ball, hands to the running back Jaden Allen up the middle for a 5-yard gain.
That's a great tackle there from Lewis. Prep just lost their composure there on that 3rd down.
And New Britain now has a 2nd and 6 ahead of them here.
Yeah, continuing to run this hurry up.
Snapped, and it will be a handoff to Allen. Runs the outside, gets the edge. And Oliver Frick can't make the tackle as Jane Allen will get the first down.
Yeah, that was a great move from Allen there. He froze Buck, who was trying to seal the edge. And that RPO is definitely going to be a problem for the Jesuits. As we've said, Seymour's a dual threat. We'll see what Prep can do here on this 3rd and short.
Yes, right there. Even I, for a little bit there, fell for the Seymour fake to the left. Allen took the ball off to the right, and many Prep defenders fell for that too.
He's got a really good RPO there. He almost stays with him all the way through, and you really have no clue if he's going to hand that ball off or not. As New Britain's going to call a timeout here. Bomb squad got to their heads. They're rattled.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to run Jaden Allen, the running back, in Wildcat formation with no QB in the backfield. I think they second-guessed that decision, called a timeout, and got the right personnel out there. Prep's defense has shown up here stopping the run. The pass has been the biggest issue with a 15-yard pass from Seymour finding Benitez in the slot, and that's been the main gain of this drive.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they go to an RPO here, Tom. It's worked pretty well for them so far. Their straight-up zone run game has not been effective, but when they've gotten Seymour involved with those RPOs, it's been a problem. We'll see a Wildcat here from Allen. They're going to run a big man formation to the right here.
Yeah, they got like 2 rows of offensive linemen.
Yeah, they're just going to shoot it up to the right here.
Allen, takes it up the middle, and he will get stopped immediately for a 2-yard gain. Great tackle there by Jack Buck.
I think they're going to give him the first down there.
Yes, they were able to earn the first down on those 2 yards. That was an interesting look New Britain's offense gave them.
Yeah, they definitely understand their personnel. They know what they have with Seymour and Allen. They're going to try to get the ball in those guys' hands as much as possible. And honestly, kind of respect it. It's an original offense. Prep really hasn't faced anything like this all season. And we're going to see how they adapt throughout this game.
And Seymour will throw it. And he takes off with it. And he will get a first down. 10-yard gain from Seymour on the scramble.
Yeah, he was looking downfield deep there, but he's really showed that escapability there. I think he juked out Sam Shaney, who came flying down from that middle linebacker position. And it's going to be 2nd and inches here as they continue to run this hurry up.
Seymour takes a snap, hands it off to Allen, who finds a hole but gets stuffed immediately by number 77, Jack Watson, making the tackle.
Yeah, we'll see where they mark it, but Watson and Lewis got in there. That was a great look there as we see Isaiah Sandville come in on this 3rd and short. Love to see that. See what he could do here, the big body.
Yeah, Nick, so far, Jaden Allen has not killed them on this drive. He is their #1 player, but it's really been Seymour's ability to create outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's kept them on their toes. Going to run this jumbo formation in Wildcat again.
And Allen takes it right up the gut, and he will get the first down and more with it, a 7-yard gain, getting them all the way down to the 18-yard line.
Yeah, I think they really got the Jesuits on that one. Last time they ran that play, they had him run behind that big man front on the right, and that time they just ran him straight in between on the B gap on the right side, or on the left side, pardon me, and that time he got the Jesuits, and that's a huge gain on a play like that as the New Britain enters the red zone.
And Seymour will take it himself up the middle, but will get stopped. And that was number 7, John Morris, on the tackle.
Yeah, Morris definitely a leader of this defense at middle linebacker. He's one of the hardest hitting players on this team. A good game from him is definitely going to be a factor in this game, as we can see a great tackle there on the quarterback. I think just the pre-snap confusion that New Britain's giving to the Jesuits. They're running a lot of motion. They're switching their personnel.
And this time they only have 1 wide receiver lined up here. And Allen will take it up the right side for a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, it's just like it's a very unorthodox offense. Not what you would expect from the #1 offense in the state. Obviously it works, but they're really just going to play smash mouth football on you with Allen and Seymour. We saw an interesting lineup on the line from Benitez, and then he split out and got that 3rd down catch. So far, New Britain's shown a lot as we see the backup running back in for Seymour.
And this is
or for New Britain, pardon.
Big 3rd down here. It's going to be 3rd and 6 at Prep's 15. And Seymour takes the snap. We'll hand it off to Benitez, who will go up the middle, but he will get stopped. Tackle from behind again, John Morris, making a big difference in this game.
Yeah, it's a great tackle from Morris. Looks like New Britain's going to keep their offense out, so that rationalizes the run play on 3rd down. Otherwise, I would have said that's an interesting call to run the ball on 3rd and long, but their 4th down team doesn't seem like they're going to want to kick the ball. They know they're going to need a touchdown to beat the Jesuits.
Yes, it looks like Jane Allen will stay on the sidelines for this play. Benitez has also been a threat running the ball this game, so in the backfield is number 20, Rashawn Nelson, right now with Seymour. And Seymour takes the snap, will pass, and it is deflected by number 9, Sam Barrett. What a play by him. And that will bring the Jesuits offense on the field.
That's a great break there by Barrett. That play definitely would have went for a first down, so beautiful play there. He just flew down the field and was able to break that pass up.
Yeah, Barrett, as a captain of this team, he has had a great start to the season leading this secondary. He is a hard-hitting ball hawk safety, and so far Prep's defense has shown what they can do here against this New Britain offense.
Yeah, we hope he's all right. He's down on the ground there. He immediately grimaced in pain after that pass breakup, so hopefully he's all right. That'll be a tough loss for the Jesuits. And honestly, I'm not really sure what the next man up is at that safety position. He's been a guy that started there for the past 2 seasons. And as you look down the depth chart, I mean, you could play Brody Summers. Grayson Pluff, I heard, is a top player that they're looking at coming off the bench, but he'll walk off the field. It looks like he'll be all right.
And now Prep will send their offense out for the first time this game. They are on their own 13-yard line with a long drive ahead, but this offense was rolling last week. Let's see if they can continue that here.
Yeah, so the question coming into this game, who was going to take up Langston's spot? And we're going to see now. I can't get an eye on
Manning
the
takes
numbers.
a snap, hands it to Callahan. Up the middle for a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, he's just such a hard runner.
Reminds me a little Cam Scadaboo with the Giants.
Of course, yeah. It's a great comparison.
And, again, that's Prep's bread and butter, that run game. But don't be fooled. Manning can absolutely let loose on a football if need be.
Yeah, I mean, if they continue to run the ball like that, I see no need to to risk throwing the ball. That's just absolutely punishing.
Manning takes the snap, and Callahan will have the ball again, run to the outside this time, and he'll get about a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, that's a great block from Xander Kansas on the edge there, the tight end. They have him split out there as almost a lead blocker, tight end, on those zone plays, and he did a great job there, sealing the edge and getting him some extra yards for Callahan. So 2 plays now, 2 run plays to Callahan. They got 2 first downs.
Yeah, that's just what you need to keep this this team rolling right here. It looks like it's going to be a run-heavy game today, with both these offenses so far really focused on running the football. Manning takes the snap, drops back, throws it downfield, and it is almost intercepted.
Yeah, Manning was looking for Garofalo there, the senior wide receiver. He's got a few receptions on this season, definitely a deep threat, but that was just an errant ball in double coverage. I think just New Britain stacking the box so far on defense. We saw there they didn't have a single high safety. We get a replay of that.
Yeah, John Judge, number 4 for New Britain, almost gets his – I mean, he got his hands on the football. He almost brought it in.
You got to come down with that. Those don't come often.
And Prep's offense stays out here on 2nd down with what feels like a gift. Let's see if they can capitalize on it. Hands it off to Callahan again up the middle, and he will get 4 yards. He just runs hard right up the middle. And Prep will take it now for a long 3rd down here. It will be 3rd and about 7. This is a very important play. They want to keep the drive going. Let's see what they can do with Manning hopefully going to get his first completion on this play.
Yeah, huge 3rd down here for the Jesuits.
Ball is snapped back to Manning. He drops back to pass. And he will run it up the middle, makes a move, and he will. Oh, I think he's going to be short of the 1st down there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they go for it here. But Manning really showing off his dual threat ability there. That's a great run from him. And, yeah, they're going to say he picked up that 1st down. So great job there by Robbie Manning picking up that 1st down, using his legs, and he keeps the drive alive for the Jesuits.
Yeah, Manning saw Seymour on the other side running the football really well, and he said, watch this. Manning showing his ability to run the football as well. Prep now on their own 35. Manning takes the ball, hands it off to Callahan around the outside. Makes a move, and he slipped through 2 defenders. Callahan down the sideline. He's at the 20, and he will get tackled at his own at the 15 of New Britain. And what a run there by Callahan, a 65-yard run.
What a run by Callahan. I don't even think he expected to break through that hole. He stumbled in between 2 defenders, and no one got hands on him. He just bursted through out of that hole and was able to get that down to 15 as the Jesuits will run hurry up here.
But we'll see a little replay of how he slipped these 2 defenders just right through, and then it was all open space in front of him. Now Manning takes a snap, hands to Callahan again. This time he stumbles in the backfield for a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, so far no Lombardo. It's interesting to see why he isn't the game, and I don't even think I see him on the sideline, so maybe he's out sick for this one.
Yeah, it could be, but again, this just goes back to them having great depth at the running back position.
Yeah, I mean, the next guy coming up is Chad James, who had a huge touchdown in the last game.
And
so
yeah,
from the Jesuits, I'm not really too concerned.
He'll be in the backfield
Yeah,
now
here he
with
is
Manning.
now.
2nd and 8. And we have a false start on New Britain, or offside, sorry. And that will be 5 more yards to Prep. And Prep will now, after the false start, have a 2nd and 4. This is the red zone where Prep has capitalized recently. At home, they've been really good in the red zone. Scout Callahan punching in a touchdown last week. Chad James in the backfield with Manning still. Manning drops back, finds Chad James in the slot, and he will score! Touchdown Prep to Chad James. A 12-yard pass from Manning. And
Yeah,
Prep takes the lead 6-0.
I don't think there was a single play that drive that was not run to a running back, apart from the scramble by Robbie Manning. So these running backs for Jesuits between Scout Callahan and Chad James have been deadly, as we see him on that bubble route. He just gets wide open and then fights through the tackle, gets that touchdown. The Jesuits look to take a 7-point lead here from the kick from Cornelius.
Yeah, that was a great play all around, and the kick will be good. So 7-0 Jesuits here with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first. That was a great first drive by the Jesuits. A little help with the dropped interception, but they kept it rolling with a huge 65-yard run from Scout Callahan, finishing up with a 12-yard touchdown pass to Chad James. And as you said, these running backs are just making a difference.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a quarterback's dream there. Hands the ball off, gets down the field, and then throws an easy route to the running back, get that touchdown on the board. Jesuits looked lethal there on offense. And I don't want to say it, Tom, but this might get ugly pretty quick, the way the defense and offense have looked so far.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, New Britain's offense was moving down the field pretty well, so we'll see if they can keep that up. And New Britain's offense can keep them in this game. They're good enough to. #1 offense in Connecticut, but they have to capitalize on their 4th downs. And Prep, I mean, that offense just keeps going what it had going last week.
Yeah, I think for New Britain, it's really going to take some guys other than Allen and Seymour to step up. I mean, Benitez has got involved, but other than that, it's just been all Allen, and Prep is really good at neutralizing one good player. If that's the only thing a team has, is Cornelius will kick this one off.
This is a low kick through the air, and New Britain will choose not to return it. So New Britain will take it at the 25. New Britain's offense comes back on the field after being stopped on 4th down last time. And Prep's defense, especially John Morris, has had a great game so far.
Yeah, I mean, the defensive front has been unbelievable, except for on those trick plays where they've stacked the box in Wildcat. But other than that, they've done a great job of stopping those outside zone runs. And when it's gotten to the second level, John Morris and Tavares Newkirk have been there.
So Allen will again join Seymour in the backfield here. This is the most receivers I've seen New Britain have this game, as they have 3 lined up out to the right.
Yeah, they got trips right here. And seems like they're missing.
Yeah, now they have 11 men on the field. They got the right person now.
Missing their tackle there.
And the ball snapped, and Allen will take it to the outside, and he will be stopped immediately by a group of Prep defenders. I believe it was John Morris who got there first.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to run an effective play on offense when you have your right guard running onto the field late.
And now Allen and Benitez will be in the backfield for New Britain. And Seymour takes it out to the right, cuts back inside, and he will get absolutely hit by John Morris again.
Yeah, they were in that QB keeper there to the left, and John Morris just came flying down, shoved his helmet into his Seymour's chest. That was a booming hit. those add up for Seymour, I wouldn't be surprised if he's not in the game at the end of this one.
Yeah, Seymour's got to protect himself a little bit better. I do agree.
Yeah, those hits add up.
And Seymour drops back, but he has 2 prep defenders on him, and he'll get a pass out to the slot, but it will be stopped immediately by Jordan
really
Lewis.
Sloppy from New Britain. That's a screen there from the wide receiver. Obviously, that's a design play where the right guard and right tackle will split out and go block defenders downfield, but Prep just sniffed it out immediately, and Lewis got all over that. I mean, if I'm New Britain now, I got to stop doing the tricks and just take a shot downfield and make this secondary put in some work. So far, it's just been these big guys up front who's been weighing you down. And if Prep's going to win the battle in the trenches, New Britain's going to have to win it in the air.
I totally agree. I mean, New Britain's offense is the strength of the team, and so far they have not been on the field that much. So their defense has to come up big here, get the ball back in the hands of the offense.
Prep's got James deep here, scored the touchdown.
And another sloppy play by New Britain as the punter fumbled the snap. And Prep will take this one up with great ball position at New Britain's 49. The Hurricanes just playing a sloppy game so far.
Yeah, honestly, if I didn't know that this was the #1 offense in Connecticut, I wouldn't believe it. And I think after this game, they definitely won't be. So far, they've been unbelievably sloppy. And when you're doing stuff like that on special teams, it's really hard to beat a team like the Jesuits. I think they're going to call a foul here on the Jesuits, maybe roughing the punter. So New Britain's going to get a second life.
Oh, that is not a penalty you want to take. I mean, we've been calling New Britain playing a messy game, but that's one of the worst penalties you can take. I mean, it's just a momentum killer.
Yeah, you get a great stop there, a 3 and out, and then you immediately give them a second chance. If I'm New Britain now, I am grateful for this one. You got to go down there and get a touchdown.
Yeah, Prep got a break earlier in the game with a drop interception. You can't just be giving these breaks back with a roughing the kicker penalty.
Again, we see Benitez lined up, almost facing the ball.
And that's handed off to Allen, and it's down the field, and it's just over the hands of Jay and Iscaria.
Honestly, that's a beautiful play design there, and if I'm Seymour, I'm killing myself. He was wide open. There was not a body in sight. We'll get a replay here.
That would have been a
like
walk-in touchdown.
So they ran that double reverse. Benitez has been lining up at an interesting position. He's almost facing the offensive line. And right there, they handed it off to Allen, gave it back to Benitez, and then he gets it off to Seymour. But that's just, you can't miss those.
And Allen will take it around the outside, and this time, for the first time, he has a hole, and he will get the first down for a 10-yard gain.
Yeah, great tackle there from Burgess, tracking back from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I believe the play they just ran, is that called the little flea flicker that they missed on?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I've never really seen a flea flicker ran by the tight end on a jet sweep, I think we would call that. But that was just an interesting play design. Honestly, props to New Britain's offensive coordinator there. But, oh, that's a touchdown. You can't be missing those.
And Allen was going to take the snap, but now he'll just line up next to Seymour. And Seymour will take it around the right edge, and he will be stopped, but not before he gets about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, it really seems like Seymour and Allen are on the same page there. They made a lot of pre-snap adjustments, switching the play. Every so often there, we saw Allen most likely was going to take that snap and run to the right, but instead they switch off. Seymour's going to run it, and now we are at the end of the first quarter. Fairfield Prep 7, New Britain 0.
I'll tell you what, that's one of the quickest first quarters I've seen with both the teams running the football as much as they did. That clock did not stop a lot, and after the end of the first, it is 7-0 Prep.
Yeah, it's been a really hard-fought game in the trenches so far. This is definitely not going to be a flashy game of football. These teams are going to go at each other in the trenches, make those big boys work. So far for the Jesuits, I've been unbelievably impressed with Scout Callahan. He's ran all over New Britain. He had a great game last week with a 45-yard run. Got stopped on the 2 and then punched it in for a touchdown. I think their key to victory, obviously, is going to be him with no Lombardo in this one. And then, obviously, Chad James coming in, or no, what's his name?
Chad James. Chad James with a touchdown, 12-yard reception.
Yeah. That's just a great job from the junior, stepping up, getting that touchdown.
And now Seymour and Allen again are in the backfield for the Hurricanes here for the first play of the second quarter.
You see Benitez again lined up.
Yeah,
facing
the ball. It looks like it will be a double jet sweep, and Benitez will take up the middle, but be stuffed for no yardage.
It's a fun offense to watch there. They run that outside zone. That's one of their bread and butter plays, and then Benitez cuts through the middle. Usually he's going to seal the edge there and prevent Allen from getting hit from behind, but then he just takes the ball and he gets around 4 yards there. It's an interesting play.
Yeah, it looks like Prep probably had to watch a lot of film coming in this game with the amount of strange plays they use. And Benitez will take the ball again on third down, and he will again get stopped for no gain with Jordan Lewis on the tackle.
Yeah, New Britain continues to run the ball on third down. They have no intention of punting or kicking any kind of field goal. I don't know what I think about that strategy. I mean, they haven't gotten a single run over 10 yards. And on third down, you want to get close to the sticks. And I think for them, they just got to unleash Seymour.
Yeah, eventually they're going to have to throw this football. And when Seymour was best on the first drive was when he was rolling out to his right or left, when he was expanding the play. And now Seymour will go way back, and he will punt this ball. Wow, I've never seen that before. And it will roll out of bounds at the Preps 15.
Yeah, so that was the classic Tom Brady quarterback punt there. Great punt, honestly, at the 15. It's a good strategy with these very athletic Prep returners. But I would be surprised if Prep falls for that again.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those plays that it worked nice. I think maybe New Britain was a little scared of having their punt blocked again after seeing how
100%,
the last one went.
100%. And honestly, it's not even that bad of an idea to use. I mean, in a situation like that, you have no intention of going for it. Just put your quarterback out there. You put one in inside the 15, no pressure. It's not bad. Tom Brady famously did it back when he was on the Patriots. I think he got like a 40-yard punt.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Lombardo.
There he is. So he seems to have, had his first run of the game in the second quarter here.
He is active tonight. Surprising we didn't see him at all on that first drive. But there he is with the first carry of the game.
A thing to note, he has changed his number from number 3 to number 17.
Yeah, not really sure why. Maybe that number 3 jersey just like smelled bad. I really couldn't tell you. But he's out there now, and key thing to know here, the player in for J.J. Langston throughout that entire first drive and now is number 18, Brian Moore. No target so far. We'll see how he plays throughout this game. He's got big shoes to fill.
And Robbie will throw his first pass of the game, and he'll find Nick Garofalo over the middle, and that will be a first down for Prep.
Yeah, it's a great play from Garofalo on that spot route. Robbie did a good job of finding him. Garofalo's got around 100 yards so far this year. He's just been a consistent guy who's just gonna get first downs for you. We'll get a replay here.
Yeah, just a quick pass, and Garofalo taking a couple defenders with him on the way down.
Yeah, fought for those extra yards. Love to see it. So we're gonna see 4 split receivers, 2 on each side here.
Manning will take the snap with Lombardo in the backfield with him. Looks like the Hurricanes are blitzing here, and they are, but Lombardo will run it up the middle for no gain. There is a flag on the play.
Yeah, I think number 1, Jalen Ascar on New Britain thought he jumped there because you just see him turn around and like throw his hands up in the air after that one.
We'll see it here. Yeah, I mean, he just had 5 guys around him. There's not much.
Yeah, we'll see what the flag is. Looks like they're going to move the ball up for the Jesuits. Not sure what the call was, but it obviously was for them.
Yeah, I believe it wasn't offsides, and I believe that was a free play because it looks like it'll be second down again.
So far, this has been a very different Jesuits offense than it was last year. Last year we saw with Finbar Malloy and J.J. Langston was a high-flying offense. They were throwing
Can't
the ball.
forget Kyler Robinson,
Oh,
too.
of course, yeah, of course. They were throwing the ball deep downfield all day, every day. That was their first choice, and they just kind of let Robbie do whatever he wanted out there and let it loose. But so far, they're really playing some smash-mouth football and just hitting New Britain in the mouth. But I would not be surprised if New Britain continues to stop the run like they did in the last 2 plays, that they let Robbie throw one deep. As we see New Britain here, almost with 3 safeties.
Yeah, they are playing off this ball.
It's just an interesting defensive setup. They got Benitez lined up 10 yards away from
Manning takes the snap, rolls to his left, looks downfield, but he'll just throw it away. That was a good decision. Everything was covered there.
Yeah, so it's going to be 3rd down now for the Jesuits. They're definitely throwing this one. Maybe we'll see if they can get Dakota Newton, the junior, loose here. He's got 6 receptions for 78 yards and a touchdown so far this year. I think he had 1 last game.
Yeah, and to speak to what you said, this prep team definitely has a new identity. It's no longer necessarily every play just launch the ball downfield, but the run game has worked just as well.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they're winning games, I don't really care how they play. But it is interesting to see the change, whether it's a personnel-based
And Manning will actually hand it off to Lombardo, who will try and fight for as much yards as he can, but he'll be short, about 2 yards short at the 38.
Yeah, so it looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field there.
Oh, they're running hurry up. They're going quick.
It's going to be 4th and short. Make sure New Britain
Oh,
can't
wow.
make any
New
subs.
Britain is not ready.
Timeout there. Wow, that's really smart from the Jesuits.
You just saw Robbie just take over that and said, let's hurry this up.
Yeah, that's just a really, really smart coaching from the Jesuits and Robbie Manning taking over there. Obviously, New Britain has a set of players that they want to put in on 4th and short, and Manning obviously recognized they had some smaller personnel in on that 3rd down, so he runs a quick hurry up, gets to the line, and if they snapped that ball, that would have been too many men on the field. They would have had a 1st down, so New Britain forced to take their first time out of the game, pardon. So this is a great play there from the Jesuits. Obviously now they have more time to talk over what they want to call.
Yeah, that was the classic Aaron Rodgers catch him
yeah.
off sides play. I am interested to see if Prep will come out of this timeout going for it, and it looks like they are.
100%.
Manning heading back to the field. Getting aggressive here early. I like this.
So they're keeping Lombardo out there. This seems to be his drive. They don't have a heavy set in. They're in out of the shotgun. And there's
4
no
receivers lined up.
No one lined up close on the Nick Garofalo. He might just throw it short to him quick. Look at all that cushion he's getting.
And now Prep will take a timeout.
Interesting. So maybe
yeah, and
now
they will send
are
out the
gonna
punt
it.
team. Yeah, I think they're just trying to draw them off sides there.
Huh. Interesting decision there from Coach Helstern. Honestly, if that's me, you've been dominating so far on offense. Just continue the drive, continue to beat up New Britain. But when you have one of the best punters in the country, it's not that big a deal. You'll probably pin them deep here. A huge shout out to Noel.
Yeah, great long snapper. Great long
Noel
snapper.
Curran, #1 long snapper in Connecticut, number 26 in the country. So this special teams from the Jesuits is one of their strong suits. And when you have great special teams, it's like having a strong heart. You need it. You need a good heart to have the rest of your body work well. That's what the special teams is for the Jesuits.
Yeah, and with 1 blocked punt already today, hopefully a great punt here from Cornelius. Special teams has been working so far. That's a very
right there.
Very good punt, and it'll go out of bounds at the 20.
Doesn't allow return and then pins him inside the 20. It's a great punt from Cornelius as the Prep defense will take the field.
I would not have minded if Prep had gone for that 4th down. I thought it would have been a good decision.
Yeah, it would have been honestly like a good aggressive call to make in that scenario. One that if they didn't pick up, I don't think anyone's telling them, oh, you shouldn't have went for that. But I think in a game like this, as the Jesuits have dominated, but it is only 7-0, you gotta lengthen that score.
I will say, though, the way this defense has looked so far, I think Helstern has full trust in them getting a stop.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely screaming at them for that that flea flicker play that should have been a touchdown for New Britain. But other than that, they've been lights out.
And Seymour takes the snap, hands it to Allen, and he will run it to the left side, and he will get stopped.
What a hit there from John Morris. He met him in the hole and just threw him on the ground with his shoulder. He's been everywhere so far for New Britain, or for the Jesuits.
And now it'll be 2nd and 10 for this Hurricanes offense. Seymour takes the snap, will drop back to pass, will find number 2 in the middle.
Great ball there from Seymour.
And that will be Todd Samuel on the catch. Just a short gain there to give themselves a manageable 3rd down.
You hear the fans getting loud here. The bomb squad's putting their imprint on this game on this third and medium, trying to cause some confusion in the Jesuits' favor.
And Seymour will hand it off to Allen, who has space, but will get stopped by number 0, Tavares Newkirk.
That's a great tackle there from Newkirk. And again, we see them running that RPO offense. Seems like they're going to get the 1st down there, but that's just a great tackle meeting him there.
But looks like the Hurricanes did get the 1st down despite the great tackle.
Yeah, they're going to continue to run this hurry-up offense.
Not giving Prep any time to breathe. And Seymour hand off to Allen up the left side again, and this time he has a little bit more of a hole as he'll go for an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, I mean, Allen's effort so far is definitely worth some praise. He's been the heart and soul of this offense, and New Britain hasn't really shown that they have anyone else they trust with the ball in their hands other than Benitez. But yeah, he's just been putting in a lot of work. It's a great run there for 8 yards. And the clock continues to wind down here. If I'm New Britain, I'm looking to get it down to 0s and punch in a touchdown.
Yeah, definitely. And Seymour will drop back to pass, but it's deflected and intercepted by number 55, Manny Juco, I believe. Another big man interception for the 2nd week in a row for Prep.
Yeah, love that for the Jesuits. It was Manny Juco. And I think Burgess got in there and got in Seymour's face, and then Juco's able to come down with it. We've got a replay. Yeah, it was Burgess. Gets home there, and then Juco comes down with it. That's a beautiful catch there from the big boy, and the Jesuits force a turnover.
I mean, one big man interception is crazy enough, but to have a big man interception in back-to-back weeks, that's something you can only hope for.
These guys are definitely the highlight of this team so far. The offensive linemen have been absolutely bullying this New Britain defensive line, and then we saw it there. This defensive line gets home. James Burgess yet again forcing pressure, and Manny Juco's able to come down with that interception. So another opportunity here for the Jesuits to lengthen their lead. We'll see if they let Robbie Manning let loose here.
Yeah, that was the first time where I felt Seymour drop back to pass without it being some sort of trick play.
And it was just,
and he
everyone
just
was
got
unblocked.
Absolutely run over.
I mean, if I'm New Britain now, I don't even know what I call it. It seems like they've called all 5 plays in their playbook. And it's going to take a lot for them to do anything against this Prep defense.
Last week, Jayden Allen went for 211 yards and 4 touchdowns in 1 week. This game so far, he is just, like, Prep has just shut him down.
Yeah, definitely a defense to watch so far, especially if they're able to keep up this shutout. I think that game against Greenwich was just a tough way to start the season. I mean, I think if the Jesuits play them now or in a few weeks, that's a much closer game, and maybe they're able to come away with that victory. But yeah, I mean, that's just a tough way to start the season, allowing 31 points. But now this defense has really found a rhythm, and in my opinion, is one of the best in the state.
And now Prep will take over at the Hurricanes' 40-yard line, looking to march down the field here and punch in another touchdown.
Yeah, we see Jordan Lewis out there on offense now, almost at a fullback, H-back position.
Yeah, it looks like this might be a run play here with him in there. And it is, and they'll hand it off to Lombardo on the outside, and he has room, and he will get a 9-yard gain, maybe a 1st down.
Yeah, I mean, they just have so many players that are on the Jesuits that are able to do so much. We see Burgess as a dual threat, playing defensive line and guard, and then there we see Jordan Lewis getting involved.
And on this replay here, great block by Dakota Newton, and that was a great 7-yard run there.
Yeah, they're continuing to put the ball in Vinny Lombardo's hands the past 2 drives.
And you wonder when we'll see Scout Callahan again. I mean, he just had such a great first drive, but they give this one back to Vinny up the middle, and he has room. And he moves outside, and he will get all the way down to the 15. What a run there by Vinny.
There's a flag down against the Jesuits here. It's going to be holding, so that will get called back. But, yeah, great run there from Lombardo. We'll see if he can continue that momentum.
Yes, it is a holding on Prep. That's unfortunate. He'll get moved. That run will not count. And
yeah, they're going to move back 5 yards. So it's going to be a replay down, and they're going to be moving backwards. So it'll be 2nd and long here.
So this will be a time where Manning might have to look downfield and really launch that ball.
Yeah, we'll see what the call is here for the Jesuits, but I really want to see them throw one deep. They got a lot of talented wide receivers, even with J.J. Langston not in the game. And I'd love to see them unleash one here, whether it's Moore, who's in press coverage at the bottom of the screen, or Xander Kansas, who's also in press coverage.
So a 2nd and 15 here for the Jesuits. Manning will hand it off up the middle to Lombardo, and he'll get a 4-yard gain. They were trying to see if they could recreate some of that magic from the last run.
Yeah, so it's going to be 3rd and long here for the Jesuits as Scout Callahan checks into the game.
Yeah, Scout is back here, probably as a blocking back unless the prep offense doesn't want to take a chance here, in which case they might just hand it off to him.
Yeah, this is a scenario where I want to see the Jesuits take a shot. They've been really conservative so far, and this is an opportunity to let your star quarterback unleash a pass, and this is what he wants. Look at that cushion that Dakota's getting.
And Robbie drops back with a lot of time, rolls to his left, looks downfield, getting pressure now, and he'll just throw it away. He threw it right to the ref. Unfortunately, the ref is not able to run that for more yards.
Yeah, Manning shook his head after that one. Seems a little frustrated, but honestly, I think if he stands in there and unleashes one downfield there, Dakota had some space.
Yeah,
and, I think it would have been a lot easier for him. He's choosing to roll out and create his own magic, but I think he's got to trust the scheme.
I definitely
and use
agree.
his arm talent. He's an extremely talented quarterback, and he has the arm to throw it anywhere on the field. I think he's just got to trust himself.
Yeah, he had a lot of time in that pocket, and when he rolled to the left, that's when he felt the pressure. And now Ben Cornelius to punt it away. He will kick it into the end zone for a touchback, and New Britain will take over on their 20.
Yeah, so really quick first quarter, and the second quarter has gone about half as fast. Both teams have not really had much to show on offense. But I think Prep offensively have really shot themselves in the foot. They've limited what they've chosen to do, not really allowed Robbie to throw the ball. And obviously their defense has completely shut down New Britain.
Yeah, I mean, after the first 2 drives of the game, New Britain's first drive and Prep's first drive, I thought this was going to be a 35-25 shootout kind of game. But it's only 7-0 here, 4 minutes left in the second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a game that me watching would assume the Jesuits would be up at least 21, but they haven't really done much
and
offensively.
Seymour with a lot of time to the outside, but he will run it to the sideline for about a 3-yard gain.
Great coverage downfield by Frick there on number 10, Thompson.
Yeah, Thompson. Seymour, this is the most time Seymour has had so far, and Thompson was running downfield, but he was covered.
Frick had him in a blanket there. Get a replay of that one. See pressure there on the inside by number 10.
Able to elude that pressure and get a little gain.
I mean, this D-line from the Jesuits has been really impressive. They've gotten pressure on every single play.
And they'll hand it off to number 2, Todd Samuel, who actually stopped before he can get any gain.
Yeah, Jesuits get away with a false start there. Burgess was jumped like probably a second early, but no call there. And Tom Samuel stopped behind the line, so it's going to be a 3rd and medium here for New Britain. We'll see what the call is.
Yeah, this is where this New Britain offense has really struggled on these 3rd and longs. They've chosen it to just run up the middle, and the run game has not been there. Maybe they'll throw it this time. Seymour lines up with Allen in the backfield. Seymour will roll out to his left, and he'll find a man for the first down. That is Todd Samuel, and he will make it up the sideline all the way to the 50. What a play there.
Great throw there by Seymour to Todd Samuel. As you see Brady Summers get the tackle. But that was the first time we've really seen an effective pass play by New Britain. As we'll get a replay. He rolls out there on the designed rollout, and it's a great throw there to Samuel on that out route. As New Britain will pick up the tempo.
And New Britain will take it here at the 50. And Allen will take it, but he will get stopped immediately, just swarmed by Prep defenders.
Yeah, I think New Britain's looking at this one like they're going to have to rely on that pass game because Prep's giving them nothing this second quarter in regards to running the ball.
Yeah, I mean, every time Allen hits the line of scrimmage, it's just, he's got nowhere to go. And so now Allen and Samuel again in the backfield. And Seymour's been really effective on the rollouts. And now he'll find a receiver up the middle, almost intercepted by Prep.
Yeah, he had Samuel there in the middle, but he wasn't able to find him. He's also looking for Ascara, who ran a bubble screen on that far side.
And this is 3rd and long here.
Yeah, huge play here for New Britain.
Yeah, their last 3rd and long was a really successful play. Let's see if they can replicate that.
We'll see Samuel lined up on the bottom of the screen here.
And Seymour again rolling out to his right. And it is caught by Samuel, but it will be a first down, I believe.
No. Buck was able to get that one out. I think Jack Buck forced the incompletion there.
Oh, it was an incomplete pass.
Yeah,
I apologize.
He came flying in there. Like I said, pre-snap, Samuel's definitely been the guy in regards to the pass game for New Britain. And he had Buck lined up on him. Buck got beat on that curl route, and then he came flying in, laid a hit on Samuel, and was able to force that incompletion. So great play there by the senior. And now Buck's lined up on Thompson on the bottom of the screen in press coverage.
And they are going for it on 4th and 10 from their own 49. No, it looks like it'll be a punt.
He's going to punt it again. He's going to punt it.
And that is what it will. No, it won't. It is a fake, and he's got room on the outside. And he will get the first down.
Wow.
Wow, what a play.
We'll see where they call that, but it looks like they're going to move the chains. That's just unforced by the Jesuits, honestly. Like,
I think, if you ask me, that's kind of an unstoppable play because it looks like he wasn't necessarily planning on it being a fake the whole time, but once he saw he had room, he decided to just go for it. And that's what you can do when you have a great running quarterback.
That's a great play call there. Definitely a design play. I mean, I don't know if they're giving that junior quarterback the freedom to just not punt the ball there, but that's honestly a great gutsy call there. I don't think it paid off for them. As we see New Britain's defense on the field.
Oh, they're measuring it out here.
Oh, chain gain. Here they come.
I mean, it was really, really close.
Yeah, I don't know if this is accurate at all. I don't know about this. We'll see where they call it.
It's tough when the chains are on the other side of the field. And it will go Prep's way, and it will not be a first down.
Great play there. So the Jesuits, another boat of luck there. And now they have their offense on the field with 3 minutes, 9 seconds left in this first half. Definitely looking to get something on the board as they receive the ball at halftime. And, Tommy, what do you think they could do better offensively to make this scoreline more appealing?
I would say it starts with the passing game offensively because the run game so far has been fantastic. You had that 65-yard run from Scout Callahan on the first drive. But the passing game downfield so far just hasn't really been there. They've gotten a couple 5-yard short, get it out quick passes. And their touchdown pass was caught in the backfield by Chad James. But if they can open up down the field, that will also open up the running game even more. And Manning takes a snap with Newton in motion. And Manning is pressured immediately, but he'll get it out to Lombardo in the flat. And Lombardo will make a move, and Lombardo's gone. Lombardo will go all the way for a touchdown. 13-0 Jesuits with a huge touchdown.
Yeah, Lombardo, great run there. Takes matters into his own hands. Was around a 59-yard rushing touchdown for him.
It was on a screen pass from Robbie Manning. Robbie Manning was being pressured in the backfield. He was able to dump it off, and Lombardo did the rest.
Yeah, so the two-sport athlete, the UConn baseball commit, hits a home run there and gets the Jesuits their second touchdown of the game.
He made a move. He made one move, made a guy miss, and he was gone from there.
See Cornelius on the point after here.
Cornelius will chip it in, and it is 14-0 Prep, and that was a quick play. First play of the drive, 60 yards. what you want to see out of the Jesuits offense.
That's just great momentum builder for them. And they're definitely looking to get their offense back on this field this half. See if they can get another quick stop.
And so far, Prep's defense, they've, New Britain just missed on a little flea flicker 60-yard touchdown pass that could have been. New Britain was about a couple inches short of the first down, and in Prep's credit, they've capitalized.
Yeah, that was great work there from the Jesuits, capitalizing on that turnover on downs.
So New Britain has to get together here. They want to score before the half. And the Jesuits want to head in the half with an even bigger lead. And Cornelius will kick it off here. It looks like it is number 2, Todd Samuel, and number 4, John Judge, receiving for the Hurricanes. But Cornelius will put it through the back of the end zone, and the Hurricanes will take it from the 20.
There's not many high school kickers that can just kick a touchback that easy. I mean, that's a huge positive for the Jesuits because the kick return can be deadly. So having a guy like that can just limit the damage is huge, as the defense will take the field here. They've done a great job so far stopping the run, keeping Allen to short carries. But I think for New Britain offensively, their success has come for these trick plays and these QBs rollouts from Seymour.
And to give New Britain credit, their offense has just been inches away from 2 big plays. So
yeah. They definitely should have a touchdown on the board. They had a lost opportunity on a flea flicker as Ascar was wide open, but Seymour missed him.
And Seymour will hand it off to Allen, who will find a hole, and he will go for 10 yards and a first down. That was a great run there. Made a defender miss.
Yeah, so it seems like I jinxed the Prep defense there as Allen gets a chunk run for 11 yards.
Yeah, that is his second run of the game, 10 yards or more. And it's great to see that on first down. If you're Seymour and the rest of New Britain's offense, that just takes a lot of pressure off you. Get that first down, get the drive going, and Seymour now rolls out to his right and will find Samuel again, who will get another first down.
Yeah, these rollout plays from Seymour, Samuel's really been his guy, and that's going to be a hit here. He's down on the ground. Appears he's injured. So the clock will stop with 2 minutes, 33 seconds left. We'll get a replay of that.
Yeah, it just like they've done this play 3 or 4 times, and it's been successful every one. I mean, it's probably not the exact same play, but with Seymour rolling out to his right and Samuel being there.
Yeah, Samuel's ran a few different routes on that one. He's ran an out route and then that hitch there where he stops around 10 yards. But it's really been nothing else. They haven't really looked deep for him. They know what they're looking for on that play. And honestly, if I'm the Jesuits, I'm playing tight coverage because Samuel's the only receiver that they've got that's done anything at all to them.
I believe Samuel is the only receiver that isn't running back for the Hurricanes to have a reception so far this game.
Yes. And I think Benitez might have had a reception, the tight end. We hope he's all right. He's on the ground here, injured. And this will be a tough loss for New Britain if he's not able to come back to this game. But he gets up with his own strength. He'll walk up the field under his own power. And if I'm New Britain, I'm hoping that he's able to come in a couple minutes and finish out this drive.
Yeah, he has made a huge impact on the game offensively for the Hurricanes, and it looks like he should be okay. He's jogging off the field now, so hopefully everything is all right. And after 2 first downs in a row, New Britain maybe looks like they found their groove a little bit. And Allen will take it with a lot of space to the left again, and he'll get it tackled there. That is number 0, Tavares Newkirk, again on the tackle.
It's another RPO from New Britain, and they're going to continue to keep the tempo up.
As they're going quick here.
See the replay there. Seymour waits as long as he can to hand that ball off, and there's a great tackle from Newkirk to limit the damage.
Just textbook.
Yeah.
And Seymour will throw this and almost picked off by number 9, Sam Barrett. He got a perfect read on that
Barrett
ball.
broke on that one really well. Seymour was looking for Thompson there. And it's not a bad ball, but honestly, with coverage like that, if he put it anywhere inside, it would have been deflected or intercepted by Sam Barrett.
Yeah, definitely. He needed to keep that one low. If that was higher, Sam Barrett would have definitely picked that off. And Seymour will now hand it off to Allen, again up the left side, and he'll get space this time. He'll cut back inside, and that'll be a 15-yard gain.
Yeah,
and
so
the Hurricanes are rolling here.
These delayed handoffs to Allen now starting to work for New Britain as they continue to keep the tempo up. And the clock will continue to run.
Third first down of the
Seems like
game.
there'll be a timeout call.
And that will get Prep to call a timeout.
So we got a replay there. Newkirk missed the tackle, and then he splits his blockers and gets an extra 5 yards. Morris
fighting his way back, yeah.
Morris comes back and gets that tackle there. It's a hard-working linebacker.
New Britain, this says, besides their first drive, been their most promising offensive possession. I would say this has been a little bit more promising than the first drive just because they've had a lot of big plays down the field. And they want to chip away at some points here, at least a field goal, although we haven't necessarily seen their kicker yet, as they were hesitant to go for a field goal last time they were in the red zone, but they're hoping to walk away with some points.
If I'm New Britain, this is a must-score drive. You can't afford to leave points on the board at the end of the half. They've shown no intention of kicking field goals, so I don't think they're going to put their kicker out there. So it's touchdown or bust for them, and hopefully they can get some momentum going into the second half. But the Jesuits do receive the kick to begin the half, so they have an opportunity to punch right back out of them.
New Britain is just stacking that left side of the field. And Seymour will roll to his left. He'll be on a carry, and he will get the first down again. He's cut back inside. He has room, and he'll get pushed out at the 10.
Yeah, they run that trips on the left side, and those receivers just ran straight downfield like it was another one of those rollout passes and caught the eyes of the Prep defensive backs, draw them up the field, and then Seymour had a lane to run through as they continue to run the hurry up.
And Allen will now take it up the left side again, and he will get the first, I believe.
Yeah, he's just a few yards short of the goal
I think,
line.
yes, he was out 2 yards short of first.
It's hard to tell where the lines are on that far side of the field. But New Britain now, with 1:33 left, stopping the clock, they've got a huge opportunity to put some points at the board at the end of the half.
One thing New Britain has loved doing, I've noticed, is running to that left side as they do it again here. And Allen will fight his way, and he will score a touchdown on a 10-yard run. Rolling out to his left, and it is now 14-6.
I mean, they ran the same play 4 times in a row to the same player, Jaden Allen, and that touchdown to finish was a great play. He ran through the Prep defender. We'll get a replay. He's got a nice lead blocker, and then he runs straight through the safety, Brody Summers, and is able to get some points on the board for New Britain. So hopefully the Jesuits can respond with 1:26 left in this first half. But if I'm New Britain, that's definitely some light for this offense.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. And the only thing that switched on those plays was who was running the football, whether it was Seymour or Allen. Allen eventually was the one to punch it in.
They go to that left side to run the ball often. I think it must be a personnel thing. They just have better linemen.
And that is a blocked extra point by Jordan Lewis. And that shows the kicking issues of the Hurricanes.
Yeah, special teams continues to impress for the Jesuits.
And that could be big, although I have a feeling the next time New Britain scores, if they score, they will probably go for 2 after seeing their inability, I suppose, to stop the Jesuit special team.
Yeah, it's kind of demoralizing for a team. You go down the field, you get your first touchdown of the game, and then your special teams fails to perform on the free point. If I'm New Britain, I'm just looking to get another drive like that on the board. But if this game comes down to like a field goal or those extra points, it's going to come back to bite them.
Yes, definitely. That's the second blocked kick of the game for the Jesuits. They had a blocked punt earlier, which unfortunately got called back due to roughing the punter. But this time, this block kept a point off the board.
Yeah, I'm like, pretty sure that if you get the ball on a block punt, it isn't a foul, but I'm not really sure what the call is there. Must have been another player who didn't get contact with the ball who fouled the punter.
Yes, I agree. And now Lombardo and Chad James, the 2 touchdown scorers, will be returning the kickoff for the Jesuits. And it is a little low squib punt, and that will be returned by number 22. And he has room up the outside, and he will stumble. Number 22, Romero Jones.
Yeah, great play there by the sophomore running back, catching up that squib kick. It was almost a knuckleballer. It bounced straight into his chest, and he was able to get some extra yards there, breaking a tackle. So the Jesuits have great field position with around a minute and a half left. They're definitely looking to get some points on the board. I think if they get inside the 35, Cornelius is money from here. So they're just looking to get 25, 30 yards.
Prep has 1 timeout remaining, so their receivers or running backs will probably need to get out of bounds at some point if they want to keep this drive going.
Yeah, that means no subs for them if they keep the ball in play. So this is the personnel that they want for this crunch time situation.
And Manning jogs back to pass here on first down, and he will take off. No, he will find Callahan in the flat, who will get 8 yards on a nice little scrambling screen pass from Manning.
Yeah, smart decision there from Manning, just passing that ball off. Definitely got more yards doing that than if he would have ran it.
And Prep will have a 2nd and 2. Manning again drops back to pass. Has Callahan in the flat again, and he will take it, but Callahan cannot get the first.
That's a great tackle there by John Judge, keeping Callahan in bounds. The clock will continue to roll.
And Prep now has a 3rd and 3, and only about 35 seconds to make something happen. They do have 1 timeout, though. I wouldn't be surprised if they ran it, called a timeout. And Manning will take the snap. He'll drop back to throw, roll out to his right. Find the receiver in the middle, and it will be caught for the first down. That was number 6, Nick Garofalo, in the middle.
Great ball there into Garofalo, and Prep will call the timeout. This might be a little deep for Cornelia, so they probably are going to run another play. But, yeah, great job there from Manning finding Garofalo on that busted play. And Garofalo did a good job working with Manning to that side where he chose to scramble to. Obviously, that's not a design play, but Garofalo recognized that his quarterback's in trouble, and he gets on his horse, runs to that side of the field, and gets open.
Yeah, some of the best traits you want to see in a quarterback is their ability to make something out of nothing, and that is what Manning did right there. And he got the first down, and Prep will probably have time for a quick play out-of-bounds field goal, or if they want to go deep here early, get as many chances down the field as they can.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate a deep shot here. We haven't seen it yet, but Brian Moore on the bottom of your screen has got that press coverage with little to no safety help. I mean, New Britain's going to run 3 wide safeties, but if these Prep wide receivers are able to get open, I wouldn't be surprised if Manning takes a shot.
And Manning does have time to take a shot. He'll step up, and he will avoid the sack, avoid another sack. He'll run. He's got to get down. No, he'll be tackled for a 5-yard gain, but Prep will run out of time.
So that will be the end of the first half here. It's the Fairfield Prep Jesuits 14, New Britain Golden Hurricanes 6. Tom, it's been a great game so far from the Jesuits. What do you think their strong points are?
Their strong points has definitely been the run game. They have a 65-yard run from Scout Callan, which has set up a touchdown, and another over 60-yard run from Vinny Lombardo. Their defense has also shown out today, not allowing any huge plays so far. They've kept Jaden Allen, the star running back for the Hurricanes, under control for the most part, even though Jaden Allen has a touchdown.
Drive, yeah. Apart from that last drive, he's kind of been shut down. He picked up some momentum at the end there and was able to punch in a touchdown. But again, to close this out, it's the Fairfield Prep Jesuits 14, New Britain Golden Hurricane 6, and we'll be back after a TV commercial break with some ads.
from Fairfield Prep. It's hard to put into words because there's truly nothing like it. Maybe it's the moment walking down the aisle to receive your diploma, or the sea of red and white tuxedos all around you, or that firm handshake from President Cashman. Those are unforgettable moments, but they're not what defines it. What truly sets this experience apart happens after graduation, when you're outside celebrating with the people who were once just your classmates. I say once because they're not just classmates anymore. They have become family, your brothers. Over 4 years, through every high and low, every challenge and victory, these are the people who stood beside you. Now, you're no longer students. You're a family. What might be bittersweet goodbyes at other schools becomes something different here. A celebration. Laughter, pride, and a deep sense of connection fill the air as you take one more picture, one more memory together. As we prepare to step into the next chapter of our lives, carry that brotherhood with us, forever shaped by our time at Prep. And as all Prep men do, we may laugh, we may cry, but we never say die.
Before I come to officiate your game, I'm busy at work.
Before I was a high school official, I was a young athlete myself.
Before I heard you yelling at me from the stands, I was a parent on the sideline cheering for my own kids.
And before each season and before each game, like you, I'm prepared and I'm excited.
Remember,
we're a lot
like you.
For generations, we've shaped young men into leaders, thinkers, and compassionate individuals. But to maintain our tradition of excellence, we must evolve and grow.
In the Ignatian tradition, I begin my day with gratitude. Gratitude for you, our generous supporters and benefactors who have been critical to our success. Now, we invite you to build an even brighter future.
Our campaign focuses on 3 essential pillars that will propel Fairfield Prep into the future.
By expanding our financial aid program, we'll ensure that a Fairfield Prep education is accessible to deserving students from all backgrounds.
It's critical that we continue to expand scholarship opportunities for students whose families can't afford full tuition and allow them to be part of the prep experience, because in fact, they make the prep experience.
Fairfield Prep is a very special place, but what makes it special is the people here.
I know so many people here who are great athletes and then they turn around and go play with the band or write a short story for a creative writing contest.
Whether you like athletics or engineering or art, there's so much to do after school.
Our commitment to excellence means providing our faculty with cutting-edge professional development opportunities, empowering them to inspire and challenge our students.
By supporting our educators to always pursue learning, we're producing great teachers in the classroom, but also great role models for our students.
The faculty here at Fairfield Prep are invited to learn more about the traditions that we are upholding in the classroom, and one of the ways that we do that is through the Jesuit Educators Academy.
The Jesuit Educators Academy is a 5-year program in which teachers who are new to prep learn about the mission and core values of Ignatian spirituality.
If we do not train faculty, we don't produce the type of students who can go out and set the world afire.
We're enhancing our campus with state-of-the-art facilities, with a center for arts and recreation, and expanding our academic support services to nurture every student's potential.
We use a scaffolding approach to provide resources to ensure academic success for our students.
As an athlete and a musician, it's great to have new facilities that really enhance what prep is all about.
I've had to learn and grow into being a
Hey,
well-rounded
1, 2.
person. Here at Prep, we call it cura personalis, or care of the whole person.
Our world needs leaders of conscience, compassion,
competence, and commitment.
Shaped by a Jesuit Catholic education.
All of this is a fabric woven together that becomes the graduate at graduation.
What is a grad at grad?
Open to growth,
intellectually competent,
religious,
loving,
committed to doing justice.
These are the hallmarks of a Fairfield Prep graduate.
Ignatius said he could find God in all things. Our education is about finding God in each other and in the world around us.
We need your help to meet the demands of a rapidly changing world.
Together, let's shape the future of our school, forming leaders who support the values of Fairfield Prep. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Go forth.
It is halftime here at Rafferty Stadium on this beautiful Friday night of football. Fairfield Prep is leading 14-6 at their two quarters. The Jesuits are being led by Robbie Manning with 2 passing touchdowns in the first half. But on the other side from New Britain, Jaden Allen has been the key player tonight for the Golden Hurricanes with a rushing touchdown. The Jesuits' key to win to play like they did in the first half, playing great defense. New Britain's key to win is to up the momentum on offense with Billy Seymour. I'm Wynn Gaber, reporting for Prep Media.
Before I come to officiate your game, I'm busy at work.
Before I was a high school official, I was a young athlete myself.
Before I heard you yelling at me from the stands, I was a parent on the sideline cheering for my own kids.
And before each season and before each game, like you, I'm prepared and I'm excited.
Remember,
we're a lot
like you.
For generations, we've shaped young men into leaders, thinkers, and compassionate individuals. But to maintain our tradition of excellence, we must evolve and grow.
In the Ignatian tradition, I begin my day with gratitude. Gratitude for you, our generous supporters and benefactors who have been critical to our success. Now, we invite you to build an even brighter future.
Our campaign focuses on 3 essential pillars that will propel Fairfield Prep into the future.
By expanding our financial aid program, we'll ensure that a Fairfield Prep education is accessible to deserving students from all backgrounds.
It's critical that we continue to expand scholarship opportunities for students whose families can't afford full tuition and allow them to be part of the prep experience, because in fact, they make the prep experience.
Fairfield Prep is a very special place, but what makes it special is the people here.
I know so many people here who are great athletes and then they turn around and go play with the band or write a short story for a creative writing contest.
Whether you like athletics or engineering or art, there's so much to do after school.
Our commitment to excellence means providing our faculty with cutting-edge professional development opportunities, empowering them to inspire and challenge our students.
By supporting our educators to always pursue learning, we're producing great teachers in the classroom, but also great role models for our students.
The faculty here at Fairfield Prep are invited to learn more about the traditions that we are upholding in the classroom, and one of the ways that we do that is through the Jesuit Educators Academy.
The Jesuit Educators Academy is a 5-year program in which teachers who are new to prep learn about the mission and core values of Ignatian spirituality.
If we do not train faculty, we don't produce the type of students who can go out and set the world afire.
We're enhancing our campus with state-of-the-art facilities, with a center for arts and recreation, and expanding our academic support services to nurture every student's potential.
We use a scaffolding approach to provide resources to ensure academic success for our students.
As an athlete and a musician, it's great to have new facilities that really enhance what prep is all about.
I've had to learn and grow into being a well-rounded person. Here at Prep, we call it Cura Personalis, or care of the whole person.
Our world needs leaders of conscience, compassion,
competence, and commitment.
Shaped by a Jesuit Catholic education.
All of this is a fabric woven together that becomes the graduate at graduation.
What is a grad at grad?
Open to growth.
Intellectually competent.
Religious.
Loving. Committed to doing justice.
These are the hallmarks of a Fairfield Prep graduate.
Ignatius said he could find God in all things. Our education is about finding God in each other and in the world around us.
We need your help to meet the demands of a rapidly changing world.
Together, let's shape the future of our school, forming leaders who support the values of Fairfield Prep. Thank you for joining us on this.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Just making sure, because obviously we gotta be careful.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I don't remember.
Just be careful.
I don't think so.
You not think so?
I don't recall this. So. So we're back here in the second half. Prep will receive the kickoff. It's 14-7. The Jesuits, 14-6. The Jesuits right now, and they're looking to continue the momentum here on offense. Tom, how do you think they could do that so far?
Really, the run game and the screen pass game has been great so far. Distributing the ball behind the line of scrimmage has really worked well for Robbie Manning, and then hopefully they can be able to open some stuff up down the field as well.
Yeah, that's a huge start there with the kick out of bounds. I think they're going to get the ball around the 30 or 40. Not sure what it is in high school. Appears to be the 30, I think.
Yeah, and the way this prep offense is going, you don't want to give them any gifts on the field position.
Yeah, 100%. Or it might be a special teams is staying out there. Maybe it's a re-kick from deeper.
Oh, looks like it maybe.
Interesting. Okay, so they're going to re-kick it here. New Britain probably around 10 yards back. And now the Jesuits are definitely going to get a shot at a return here. I would not be surprised with those explosive returners of James and Lombardo that they're able to get a chunk here.
Personally, I think it might be more efficient and just have a 10-yard or 15-yard penalty, but this gives the Jesuit returners
this is not
another opportunity.
Not helpful at all for New Britain, honestly. Oh my God, he's moving even farther
Moving it way back. And the 2 touchdown scorers, again, are returning the football with Chad James and Vinny Lombardo.
So we'll see if they are able to keep this kick in bounds. But that's a tough way to start the half. This is a guaranteed return of 20-plus yards. I wouldn't be surprised if they're able to get the ball past half field. So the kick will come. It's another squib kick. It's hit up by James. He'll field it. He's brought down there by the New Britain defender. So it's great coverage there from New Britain as they're able to limit the damage on that penalty. And here enters the prep offense. So far, some of their best players this game, the running back duo of Scout Callahan and Vinny Lombardo have been deadly. Lombardo had around a 60-yard touchdown on a screen pass from Manning that broke a few tackles on. And then on that first drive, we saw Scout Callahan work the ball down the field, and Manning threw a touchdown to the sophomore running back, Chad James.
Yeah, and that the run game has been huge for Prep so far. Just their ability to run it up the middle, use those big offensive linemen, and the screen passes for Robbie Manning has been what his bread and butter so far this game.
Yeah, so Manning will take it out of the shotgun. He'll motion Lewis and give the ball off to Lombardo. He'll hit a hole and get stopped in the backfield, so it's a loss of 1 there from Lombardo, as New Britain does a good job stopping him there.
Yeah, New Britain's defense looks to have come out with a little bit more energy than the first half, as they were able to get to that hole quickly and cover it up.
So here comes the Jesuit offense out. Same formation as last time. 2 receivers split down to the bottom of the screen. Lombardo lined up to the left of Manning. He'll take the snap, roll to his left. He's looking downfield, and he'll just throw it away.
That's the 3rd or 4th time Manning has had to throw a ball away, rolling to his right this game, or rolling to his left, sorry.
Hasn't had much options downfield so far. And if I'm the Jesuits, I want to just keep him in the pocket. Let him use his arm talent.
I do agree, and I think a big reason why he hasn't had many options downfield is the injury to Jeremiah Langston. He's usually his primary downfield target, and him not being there, you can definitely see us having an impact.
He's a guy that you hate to lose, and honest, those are just really big shoes to fill. I think so far, Brian Moore has done a good job filling in for him, but it's a tall task as Lombardo will split out. There'll be trips on the left side of Manning. Empty backfield. He's looking downfield, steps up in the pocket. He'll scramble, and he gets thrown to the ground around 2 yards short of the first down. So we'll see if the Jesuits go for it. They won't, and Cornelius will come on to punt. So it's a 3-and-out for the Jesuits on the first drive of the second half, and they're letting New Britain back into this game now.
Those are not the hits I want to see Robbie Manning take. I mean, I get it. You're fighting for that first down. He was only 2 yards short, but there was just a swarm of New Britain defenders. That could have ended badly. Noel Curran on the long snap here.
It's a great punt there from Cornelius. It's going to land short and sit in front of the 30-yard line. So the Jesuits doing a good job pinning New Britain deep here.
Definitely, that is one of the battles Fairfield Prep loves to win, is the field position with that great special teams unit they have, especially their kicker, Ben Cornelius. And New Britain will again be forced to start another drive below their own 30.
Yeah, they are definitely looking to find some momentum here. They got that touchdown late at the end of that second quarter on the run from Allen. Or not Allen, Jones, pardon me. No, it was Allen, sorry. I'm all over the place right now. No, Allen, I mean, he's been their guy. As we'll see Seymour take the snap and run it to Allen down the left side. There'll be a flag. It'll most likely be holding.
And Prep made a good job there. Again, New Britain running to the left. Prep gets in that lane. I think they expect to see that play coming at this point. Number 34.
Yeah, that's got to be the most ran play in the state.
Mason Carbone with
by
a
a single team. They've ran that play probably 20, 30 times this game. Probably 50% of the snaps they've had on offense. It's a delayed handoff by Seymour to Allen, and for some reason it's just really getting the Jesuits. They're waiting, expecting for Seymour to pull that ball back and let it go downfield, and he's just yet to do it.
And yeah, it definitely was a holding 10-yard penalty. They're going to be all the way back at their own 20 with a 1st and 20 up ahead.
So the penalties coming into play for New Britain so far, as they have a 3-man set on the right side. As the tight end will shift over, and it'll be a QB keeper to the right, as Seymour is brought down by a group of Prep defenders on around a 5-yard QB keeper there.
In there was Sam Barrett and player I want to highlight, Sam Shaney, who has had a great game so far.
Shaney's done a great job. He's one of the best kids you'll ever meet, and to see him succeed on the football field, it's great to see. So New Britain keeping this hurry-up offense. They'll run that same play to Allen, and he finds a hole there, but he's brought down by Jordan Lewis. So it's third and long here for New Britain.
Jordan Lewis getting hyped up after that play. He's had a huge game so far. A couple of tackles for loss. Really just being everywhere on the field.
Yeah, he's been everywhere. He's one of the most powerful defenders in Connecticut, and he's definitely been an X factor for them. So Seymour will take the snap here. He's looking deep. It's a jump ball, and it's just overthrown to the wide receiver there. So it's going to be another 3 and out by this offense, and New Britain.
That's the second shot we've seen New Britain take this game. The first was the flea flicker, which obviously they missed by just 2 inches. And then this one down the field, and again, they couldn't come up with it. That time the coverage was a little bit better, but still I think a good placed ball, and that could have been a catch.
Yeah, I mean, the receiver there just definitely had a chance, but it was really good coverage from Frick, and that's definitely not a gimme. So it's something, again, another missed chance for New Britain.
And New Britain will go with your actual punt team rather than the quarterback punt this time. Last time their actual punt team was on the field, Prep got a punt block.
Oh, here they come again. Punter's able to get it off. It's going to be a short one. Bounces around the 50. He'll roll another 20 yards.
Wow, look at that.
It was an effective punt there from New Britain, and the Jesuits will take the ball around the 33-yard line.
And Fairfield Prep right back where they left off their last drive at their own 30.
Familiar spot in the field for them so far in the second half. They're definitely looking to get some momentum here. And we've been saying it this entire game, Tommy, but I really want to see Manning just rip one deep. He's got the arm for it. He's got the receivers out there to do it. I think you got to give someone a shot in a go ball or a deep post eventually. I could see why they're not doing it because the run game's been so effective, but New Britain's playing press coverage on these Jesuit receivers, and eventually you got to make them pay.
Yeah, it's not like New Britain's been conservative playing deep safeties all night. There has been opportunities. They just haven't really taken them. Instead, he's opted for the short check down passes. Those have worked too, but yes, seeing a shot would be exciting.
So Manning will hand it off to Callahan. He'll hit a hole, cut in, and he's brought down there on a great tackle there by number 4, Justin Bridges. Callahan had a lot of room to run there, and he's been a really effective runner so far, Tom. Anything to say about him?
Yeah, he's just a hard runner. Cam Scadaboo type runner we mentioned earlier.
Yeah. That's definitely the pro comparison for him.
He'll just hit a hole, put his head down, and he'll get those few extra yards even if nothing's there.
Yeah, Callahan's had a storied history at Prep. His brother, Cooper Callahan, graduated recently, football and lacrosse player. So they have a lot of lineage here of good athletes as Prep will line up here on the second and medium. 2 receivers to Manning's right. He'll take the snap, hands it off to Callahan. He'll hit a hole and pick up that first down. So it's a great run there from Callahan in between.
Callahan just leaping for that first down. Looked like he left his feet there and just took that ball all the way down for another 5 yards after he got past the sticks.
Yeah, the Jesuits continuing to just hammer the ball now down New Britain's throat. And if that's the way they're going to play this game, I don't think anyone on the Jesuits sideline or any of the fans are going to be complaining about it.
This would be, like you mentioned, this would be a perfect spot for a shot if you're asking me.
Oh, yeah.
First down at the 50.
He hands it off to Callahan. Callahan will get a few yards. We saw New Britain stack the box there. It's hard to run when they do that.
Yeah, it looked like New Britain was sending in some blitzers, wanting to increase that pressure. And one way to stop that pressure is just hand it off. Callahan with a good 2-yard run.
So we've seen these Jesuit linebackers, Sam Shaney and Jordan Lewis, come in at this H-back position, which is basically a lead blocker for the Jesuits. You've seen them run the ball in between the tackles a lot, and what this lead blocker would do would just get his head downfield and try to move the line of scrimmage forward. So we'll see Manning take the snap, hands it off to Callahan. He'll cut inside and forces his way for a few extra yards, but it was a great tackle there by number 12, Jaden Ruiz.
And, I mean, Callahan's gotten a lot of touches on this drive. Looks like he'll be subbed out here for Lombardo, but, I mean, he was in charge of all Prep's yardage on that drive.
Yeah, I like this 1-2 punch. I mean, it does remind me a lot of Cam Scadaboo and Tyrone Tracy. I said it earlier, Jameer Gibbs and David Montgomery, but I think they play a lot more like those two guys, where you have a finesse player who's just going to work hard for yards as well, and then you got a guy who's absolutely crazy who just wants to kill someone, and that's Callahan. So here's Manning. He'll take the snap. He'll drop back. It's a screen play for Lombardo. He's got room to run. He'll hit the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds by number 4, Justin Bridges.
That right there was very similar to the play that Lombardo scored on earlier there from about the same spot in the field earlier there, about 10 yards back. Manning being pressured just dumps it off to Lombardo, and Lombardo getting that yards after catch.
Yeah, these design screens for the Jesuits to Lombardo are really good.
And the Jesuits from the Hurricanes 30 here. Manning hands it off to Lombardo up the middle, and he will be tackled right before the first down. And it will be 2nd and 2 for the Jesuits offense. And Manning coming back out with the play call here. Jesuits have a 2nd and short. I think they're probably going to continue what they've been doing all game, running the football right up the middle, although they have their speedy back in, Chad James. And Manning will throw this one. Scrambles up the middle, and he will be sacked for no gain or no loss. That one, they're actually taking a shot there. I think they're relying on their ability to run the football if they were unsuccessful, and now it's a 3rd and short.
Yeah, so the Jesuits, they have a 3rd and short here. They're going to convene here. Manning's going to take his time, use all of this play clock.
And 3rd and 4 here for the Jesuits offense. They've been so successful running the football. I wouldn't be surprised if they ran it once. If they didn't get it, they just run it again.
Yeah, so Manning's going to take the snap here out of the shotgun. It's another design screen. It's to Callahan this time, but he'll slip and fall short of the line to gain. So it's going to be 4th and short now for the Jesuits.
Even if Callahan didn't slip there wasn't a lot of room. It is unfortunate that he slipped. Luckily, he was able to still get 1 or 2 yards out of it, or at least get back to the line of scrimmage. And Ben Cornelius will be out here to kick the field goal.
Yeah, Cornelius is lethal from deep here. Smart decision. He put him out there to get some points on the board. So good drive from the Jesuits to get into field goal range. Cornelius is going to have a chance here to put 3 on the board for the Jesuits with 3 minutes, 50 seconds left in this quarter. Snap holds good. Cornelius puts it up. That's money. So the Jesuits increase their lead. It's 17-6. And Tommy, I think that was a great drive from the Jesuits, a step in the right direction. What did you see that was impressive from them that time around?
I mean, basically, the running backs just took over the game there like they've been doing all day. Scout Callahan grinding for those first 20 yards before Robbie Manning could hit Vinny Lombardo for the big play of the drive to get him all the way down to the 30. Scout and Vinny, the duo, the double punch right there, they both had about 20 yards in that drive. And Manning's been giving the ball to them. Prep offense has been moving down the field. And when Ben Cornelius can kick field goals from 40 yards, I mean.
Yeah, one of the best in the state, 100%. Won't be surprised when he commits Division I in a couple of months.
Neither will I, neither will I.
So here comes the prep kickoff unit. New Britain looking to get some momentum and get some points on the board in the second half. So far, this prep defense has stood strong throughout this game. And Tommy, what are your thoughts so far from some key players on this defense?
Yeah, the prep defense tonight has been really – there's been a few players that have stood out to me. One, obviously, John Morris with about, I would say, 7 tackles on the game. And he's just had a huge impact. The other would be Jordan Lewis up at the line of scrimmage, getting those tackles for loss. And obviously, you cannot forget the huge interception from Manny Juco that was started by a deflection from James Burgess. Those have been the key plays and the key players in the game, if you ask me.
Yeah, well said, Tommy. So we see the kickoff here from Cornelius, and it will boom through the back of the end zone. So New Britain will pick the ball. Oh, never mind.
Oh, no, are they going to have to re-kick this one?
They're going to have to re-kick it just like New Britain did.
Oh, that was out of bounds by about a yard.
Yeah, uncharacteristic from Cornelius, but you see my confidence in him. Just every time he makes contact with that ball, I expect it to go 50, 60 yards. So
actually, it looks like they won't.
Interesting here. So it seems like
they won't re-kick. They're
this,
just gonna.
This call seems to be a decision by the coaches where they're able to select if they want to re-kick or give the ball up at the 30-yard line. And oh no, they're going to keep going. So it's going to be the 35, it appears.
This just shows the respect they have for Ben Cornelius' leg.
Yeah, 100%. If I'm New Britain, I'm not letting him re-kick again. I'm taking the ball at this good yardage. But then when you circle back to them re-kicking the ball to the Jesuits, I'm surprised that they did that. I would have rather just give it up at 35 than risk a long return. But anyways, out steps the New Britain offense with Seymour and Allen. New Britain continues to run these interesting formations. The wide receiver will motion. He'll be given the ball in the jet sweep. And he bounces off Morrison, has some room to run. He breaks another tackle, and that's a great run from number 2, Todd Samuel, who's back in the game after an injury, but there's a flag on the field.
Samuel, if you ask me, has been he's definitely been the most impactful wide receiver on this New Britain team.
100%.
But just in the flow of the game, when they're obviously Jaden Allen has done the work in the red zone, but Samuel has come up with huge plays for this Hurricanes offense today, getting them out of third and long situations, although it looked like this one may be called back here, which is unfortunate for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, it's not what you want to see if you're New Britain. Finally get a huge chunk play, probably their longest play of the game, and then it gets called back for most likely holding or a block in the back. So they're going to give them a few yards here. This is interesting. It's going to be first down, and they're up 5 yards. Not sure what the call was there. Seymour takes a snap. He's looking deep. He's got a receiver, but it's overthrown again. He was looking for number 10, Duchesne Thompson there. And Seymour continues to miss deep. He's had the opportunities to score. We saw in that flea flicker play where he was looking for Jalen Escara. He missed him deep, and then He had another play where he was looking for another receiver. He missed him as well, and then there we see him miss deep again. It's tough to be an underclassman quarterback and put in this environment. I don't blame him at all. He's definitely got the talent to perform, and if I'm New Britain, I'm going to continue to let him unleash the ball downfield because eventually it will succeed. So he'll take the keeper here, and he gets a nice chunk play there of 5 yards. So he's going to be 3rd and short here. Tommy, what do you think of Seymour's performance so far this game?
Obviously, like as you mentioned, he's missed a couple big shots. Those could have been huge swings of momentum, huge changes in the game. Prep might not have the lead right now if he had a couple of those. But outside of that, he's really been able to use his legs to extend plays, rolling out to the sideline and finding the open receiver downfield. And his run game has been nothing short of excellent so far, as you just saw there, another little 5-yard run.
Yeah,
and
they have him really taking control of the offense, doing everything that he can do. So the lineup here on 3rd and short, he'll motion in Samuel, and there's going to be flags flying. And there's no gain there, but we'll see what the call is. Call is yet to be made. It's going to be a false start on New Britain. Prep, we'll see if they accept this.
I doubt they will. You know, they did get the stop, but I think either way, New Britain would go for it.
New Britain's going to 100% keep their offense on the field here.
And like we've seen before, New Britain will keep their offense on the field. It looks like Prep chose to accept the penalty. So, yes, they would keep their offense on the field anyways, and it will be 3rd down and 8.
So New Britain given another chance here on 3rd down. He motions Samuel. It's a fake. Seymour will roll out. Dumps it off there to Allen, and Allen will pick up the 1st down. Great play there by New Britain, dialing up a rollout play-action run to the running back.
One thing New Britain loves, they love running it to the left, but they love rolling out to the right. Seymour's had, that's his 4th completion on that today. He's just been picking up 1st downs with that play all night.
And New Britain continues to play this up-tempo offense as Seymour will take the QB keeper and gain about a half yard. Yeah, Tommy, well said. Seymour's definitely a guy that is a dual threat, but we've seen him roll out to his own right and be lethal to receivers like Todd Samuel.
I just want to highlight there, Brody Sommers just making a great play, just closing down before Seymour could even pass the line of scrimmage. They read that play like a book.
New Britain keeping this up-tempo. We got 2 receivers out split left of the quarterback. It's a play action. Seymour will roll to his left. He beats the Prep defender, looks downfield, and gains 5 yards. That's a great play from Seymour. He's been doing a lot of running this half.
That really is. I mean, DeLibero almost had a shoelace tackle. Seymour able to avoid it. And then he avoided Frick as well, coming downhill fast. And he made something out of nothing there.
Yeah, he's definitely a threat in the open field. And he's shown it this drive, so it's going to be 3rd and long here for New Britain. We'll see if they dial up another one of those QB rollouts to the right. Top Samuel is at the top of your screen. Ruiz at the bottom. Seymour will take the snap. He's looking for Samuel, and he finds him for a 1st down. And there'll be a flag.
That was tight coverage by Jack Buck there, just a better ball placement. Once the ball was caught, you know, wasn't able to get any yards after catch, so let's see what this flag is.
Yeah, it's an interesting flag there. Was thrown after the completion, but that's a great ball there from Seymour. Gets it in between 2 Prep defenders, and Samuel continues to be reliable. Looks like it'll be in New Britain's favor, so they'll turn that chunk play into more yards, and now they're knocking on the door of the red zone.
And the red zone is where we see players like Allen thrive. He obviously has a touchdown in this game, but when all you need is 20 yards and you can maybe find just like one big play will get you a touchdown, that's where Allen can really make a big impact.
So Seymour takes the snap, he'll roll to his left, jukes out a Prep defender, and he'll collect a gain of about a yard.
No, Brody Sommers there again on the tackle.
So far, Allen has not been handed the ball too often this drive. We saw him catch that long play for a first down, but they haven't been handing him the ball off. So we'll see if they do that here on 2nd and 9.
And I just want to mention the Hurricanes' kicking game just has not been good so far. So they're
Yeah,
going for a
it's
touchdown right
or bust
now.
for them. It's a jet sweep here to Samuel. He'll hit a hole and gain about 5 yards.
And so Prep now has to stop 2 plays from gaining 5 yards, as the Hurricanes will definitely go for this on 3rd, and if they don't get it, 4th.
Yeah, it's a huge drive here for New Britain. It's points or bust for them. It's going to be hard to come back as we take down to the beginning of the 4th quarter. It's been another fast quarter here, Tommy.
That's what happens when the ball is just run all game.
So New Britain on 3rd and 5. Seymour will be in the shotgun. He'll motion in the receiver, and it's a handoff to Allen. He'll make a move and burst through the hole, and he's in for a touchdown. Great run there from Allen as New Britain responds, and they get another touchdown on the board. That's the 2nd touchdown of the game for Jaden Allen.
And that right there was just a phenomenal touchdown run. Another one of those little trick plays by New Britain, faking the throw, and then Allen just takes it the rest of the way. Stiff-arming Sam Barrett, getting, he wasn't going to be stopped. He was going to get to that end zone no matter what.
Yeah, New Britain really utilizing their players there. They ran Todd Samuel on that motion pre-snap, then faked the screen to him, and then ran that delayed handoff in there to Allen. Looks like they're gonna go. Are they going for 2 here, or is it a kick?
It looks like they will be going for 2, I believe, although I do not see Seymour in there.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a wildcat here, so a direct handoff here to Jaden Allen. Oh, it's a throw. Jaden Allen pops up and throws it to Jalen Escara, and New Britain capitalizes and gets the 2-point conversion. It's a 3-point game.
The classic little jump toss there. I mean, I did not see that coming at all. I thought Allen was just going to take it all the way. He got lit up, but he could throw that. He threw the ball away beforehand and got the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, Allen has been lights out that past drive. He's got a now 2-point conversion pass and 2 touchdowns. So safe to say he's accounted for all the points on the board.
I mean, that's something you would see out of the Detroit Lions.
Oh, yeah.
A little, I think it was an offensive lineman who got out there. We'll see who caught this dude. No, it was number 1, Jane Escar, the wide receiver. And he just rolled out there, slipped behind Prep's defense, and Jalen Allen just put the ball right in his chest.
So the Jesuits now have an opportunity to respond as we near the beginning of the 4th quarter. It's a 3-point game.
And a game that was at one point seemed to just, it might not even be close in the 3rd quarter. It might just swing in Prep's way. Give credit to the Hurricanes. They fought their way back, made this a 1-score, 3-point game.
Yeah, it's been a valiant effort from them. They have not quit at all, and they're continuing to battle back in this one. And a stop on this drive might be huge for them, as the kick will be launched. Will be returned by James, as he is brought down by a group of New Britain defenders around the 33-yard line. So out comes the Prep offense and Robbie Manning, one of the most good offenses in the SEC. We'll see if they're able to capitalize here and get some more points on the board. They got that field goal on their first drive of the 2nd half, and now they're looking for more than that.
Yeah, Robbie Manning really, I think he just needs to stay in the pocket more. He's been rolling out a little bit too much, a little bit unnecessary. He's had time. Maybe he hasn't necessarily seen what he wants out of his receivers. But this run game, I think, might be what saves Prep here in this 2nd half.
Oh, yeah, they got Lombardo back there in the shotgun formation. So Manning will take the snap and motion out Lombardo. He'll look his way, and then it'll be a screen pass to Xander Kansas, and he's brought down.
I can feel the energy from the Carolina, or the Hurricane sideline. was thinking Carolina Hurricanes. No, the Hurricanes sideline after that big, only 2 yards given up there. I think they feel that they can fight their way back into this game and come out of here with a win.
Yeah, it's a huge stop there on first down, and the Jesuits will get a moment to collect their thoughts here as there's a player cramping on the field. With 4 seconds left in this third quarter, Tommy, how do you think the Jesuits are going to get the ball into the end zone this drive? What's going to be the key for them to do so?
I think at this point, I feel like New Britain maybe caught on to that little screen pass that they've had 2 big plays on so far this game. In my opinion, though, it is still going to be the running backs. I don't know if they'll score on a run play, but the ability to just hand it off and know that you're getting 3, 4, 5 yards every time is huge for the Jesuits offense. And I think my prediction is that Robbie Manning will let one loose here, and he'll get a Jesuits receiver in the end zone.
Yeah, we'd love to see it showing off that arm talent. He's definitely got it. Hasn't been on display much this game, but it's been more of just a product of the prep run game being unstoppable and very effective.
Yeah, so far, Robbie Manning, he's kind of been like more of a game manager. You know, he's been hitting the checkdowns. He's been seeing the field really well, but I think
he's definitely done his job well.
He will have a big play here. I'm predicting it.
Hopefully you're right, Tommy.
All right, and I think this will signal the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, so the Jesuits are going to let the clock run down. They're going to let it go to the fourth quarter. So entering this fourth quarter, it's Fairfield Prep 17, New Britain 14, and this game is really coming down to the wire. At the beginning of that first quarter, Prep was dominating all sides of the ball, but they just were not able to capitalize and score points. Tommy, I really think they have a good shot at coming away at this one, but how do you think New Britain is gonna be able to win this game?
New Britain needs to just keep doing what they're doing. They need to lean on their best players, and that is Todd Samuel, who's had a couple big plays, Jaden Allen, who's been unstoppable in the red zone, and then obviously Seymour behind the helm of that offense. And their defense so far in the second half, only 1 field goal given up. They've been playing really well. And I think for them, it's really just going to be they need 1 stop, and then they need to run the ball and take a lot of time on the next drive.
Yeah, this second half they've really shown that they're the number 1 offense in Connecticut.
All right, and Prep will have a 2nd and 8 here from their 33, starting the fourth quarter.
So here's Manning out of the shotgun. He's got Lombardo, and he'll hand it off to him. Lombardo will hit a hole, and that's a great gain for him. That's around 15 yards, so Jesuits continue to run the ball well as Lombardo gets a chunk there.
Lombardo looks a little shaken up. He comes off the field here, and Scout Callahan comes in. And Lombardo just having another fantastic game here, following up his big performance against Sheehan last week.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a great running back. And to have a player like Scout Callahan to also put in the game, we saw him on that first drive take over. I mean, I don't know how you stop these Jesuit running backs. And you also got Chad James as well. So he'll hand it off to Callahan here. He'll hit a hole. It's a gain of about 5 as the Jesuits continue to run the ball well.
And it looks like that they're just going to run the football this drive, and there's nothing wrong with that, especially if it's working. And I just want to highlight this offensive line, too. All the talk's been about the running backs. This offensive line has had a spectacular game.
Yeah, they've done a great job. We'll see Manning take the shotgun snap here. There's a flag false start, so the Jesuits will continue to move forward.
That'll be a first down.
Yeah, it seems like the false start there was by number 67, so the Jesuits will get the ball at the 41-yard line, and he'll move the chains.
Yeah, just a classic mistake by 67. You see it a lot, false starts, especially in high school football. But yeah, so Prep will move, and they're going to be at the Hurricanes 40.
Yeah, Jesuits continue to march down the field here. We see Callahan in the game with Sam Shaney at the H-back position. And at the top of your screen is the wide receiver Moore, who's come in for J.J. Langston this game. Manning will take the snap. He'll look downfield, step up in the pocket. He'll evade defender, and he'll scramble. Great run there by Robbie Manning as he gains 5 yards as the protection broke down around him. We saw him look down the field there. I don't think he had much options. We'll get a replay of that. Great pocket presence by him, stepping up in the pocket.
Yeah, just the ability to know where the pressure's coming from, evade it, move forward. I mean, it looked a little bit like Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, you know.
Shades of, yes.
Just the ability to make something.
Out of nothing, yeah.
Out of nothing, yeah. I've said that about 3 times. But
So in comes Lombardo back in the game. Manning will take the snap here, hands it off to Lombardo. Lombardo will make a defender miss, and he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That's a loss of 1. So the Jesuits now have a 3rd and 5 with an opportunity here to make their lead even bigger.
This is a big 3rd down because even if you don't get the 1st down, right, you still want a couple yards because Cornelius can kick from this range.
Yeah.
This is still a little far for him, I would say. So they do want to get a couple yards.
Yeah, and if I'm the Jesuits here, I'm not settling for a field goal. You want to get in the end zone the second half just to build some momentum.
I definitely do agree. You want that. You want it to be a 2-score game.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they run the ball here and try to get a 4th and short. Manning will take the snap out of shotgun. He'll roll out. He's looking downfield. It's another screen, and he misses Lombardo.
Lombardo was open, too.
Yeah, that could have been another big play for the Jesuits. We've saw them find great success on these screen plays to Lombardo as he had a 60-yard touchdown in the first half on one of them. And now the Jesuits will face a 4th down. Seems like they'll keep the offense on the field.
Yeah, it's a smart decision here, I think. There's no point in punting it away this close, and even for Ben Cornelius, this would be a far kick.
Yeah, it's not a gimme here. It's around a 45-yarder.
So this is a big play here.
A timeout will be called.
That would be Fairfield Prep's first timeout taken in the second half.
So Tommy, do you think they'll continue to keep the offense out in the field here, or do you think they'll settle for that field goal?
I think they will keep the offense out in the field here, in my opinion. There's nothing given about a 45-yard field goal. And, I mean, you want this to be a 2-score game. You don't want this even up 6. I mean, the Hurricanes aren't going to settle for a field goal. So no matter what, the Hurricanes are going to go for a touchdown. So you have to make sure that you can match
their
that.
energy.
Yeah. It looks like that's what they will do. Yes, Manning is heading back onto the field along with the rest of the offense.
So the personnel on the field for the Jesuits, they'll have Lombardo and Callahan on the field with Dakota Newton and Moore, as well as Garofalo. So they've got all their talent on display right now. And something to note, Newton's got some really soft coverage there on Manning's left side. We'll see if they just pop him on a curl route. He'll motion in Lombardo. Manning's looking downfield. He's got Lombardo. He'll choose to run, and he'll throw a pass downfield, and it's incomplete. Manning had Lombardo there.
That he just put himself in a bad situation. That is a really tough throw for him to make.
Yeah.
Running to the sideline, having to throw across your body. If he just hit Lombardo earlier, I think that would have been a 1st down.
So we'll get a replay of that. I mean, it's a good effort there on the throw, but he missed. Not sure who the receiver was, but that's a turnover on Dallas for the Jesuits, and now New Britain has a chance to respond and take the lead here.
This is where Prep's defense needs to step up, and they need to let their offense know that they got their back.
So out comes Seymour and the New Britain offense. Coming off of that touchdown drive last time out, they're looking to repeat the same thing as they'll bring out this jumbo set. All those extra down linemen to the right. They'll motion in Samuel, and Seymour will keep it, and he'll run. He's got room to go. Seymour evades a defender, and he steps out of bounds after around a 20-yard run.
Yeah, Seymour, just a really great job there. It looked like he might throw it at first, but he was like, wait, I have 20 yards. of nothing but green in front of me, so he just took off.
Yeah, smart decision there by him because he saw that he had his running back, Jaden Allen, and he used him as a blocker. Here, they'll hand it off to him, and he's hit in the backfield by James Burgess. That's a great play by the Jesuits.
That is a big-time sack, keeping them behind the 50. And now with 2nd and 15, like, it's not that a run is out of the question, just that you're going to need a big run. So they just took away the strength of this Hurricanes offense.
Yeah, subbing the game now for the Jesuits. It's Tanner Robertson, the thumper. He's ready to lay the boom. So here's Seymour out of the shotgun. He'll motion in Samuel, and he'll roll out. And that's going to be incomplete, intended for Jaden Allen.
Looks like DeLibero got a piece of that ball there. Really, I think he deflected it.
Yeah, great job there then by DeLibero.
We'll see it here. Another look. Yes, I think he did catch a tiny little piece. Either way, there wasn't really anyone open downfield.
Yeah, it was tight coverage there on Allen, the intended receiver. And now the Jesuits got a 3rd and long to defend.
And this stadium is just shaking right now.
Yeah, it's vibrating all the way up in the box. My water bottle just fell. It's absolutely electric in here. Seymour will take the snap. He'll drop back. He's looking deep, and he's got no one. Great effort there.
Little bit of a miscommunication from the Hurricanes offense, it looked like. Samuel seemed to be running a little bit of a post towards the middle of the field, but Seymour threw him like Samuel was running a go. He threw a dead straight ball, and that was almost picked off there by the Jesuits.
Yeah, Jack Buck laid out for that one. That would have been electric if he was able to come down with that. But Seymour, again, isn't able to connect on the deep ball. And New Britain will keep the offense on the field on this 4th and 15 play.
No, I think it is another one of those quarterback punts.
Trick punt here.
Well,
regardless,
I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah, they got trips. They got trips right here. Yeah, Seymour's going to drop back. Most likely he's going to punt it.
Oh, it's
the snap's over his head. Seymour will run. And here comes the Jesuits. Oh, he's running for his life now. He's got nowhere to go. And here comes Jordan Lewis, brings him down. Great play there from the Jesuits as the snap went over the court. Jordan Lewis is able to capitalize, and that's huge momentum for the Jesuits, picking the ball up on the turnover on downs at the 20-yard line.
And that play just brought the Fairfield Prep crowd awake. Not that it wasn't before, but they are getting loud right now. That is one of those errors as a Hurricane you cannot make, and Prep, like, they did not even let him get a chance. They brought him down, and now they have a red zone possession. What a play.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what we want to see from the Jesuits, capitalizing off New Britain's mistakes as we see Seymour run for his life here. Great play by Jordan Lewis. He misses that first tackle, and then he stays with it. Gets another try in there, and he's like, I'm getting this guy down. And he finds him.
To give credit to Seymour, he stayed up longer than I thought he would have.
That's a tough situation for him, but he made the most of it. Did everything he could. As there's another botched snap, but Lombardo will pick it up, and he's brought down. So the last 2 snaps of this game have been botched by both teams, and now the Jesuits have 2nd and 12.
If I'm the Jesuits here, I mean, obviously don't want any botched snaps, but I'm also trying to bleed out as much of the clock as you can. There's only 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game, and there's no way being only 15 yards from the end zone that you can take up the whole clock, but you want to take up as much of it as you can.
Yeah, well said, Tommy. That's definitely a factor in this game as the clock continues to tick. We have 7 minutes and 20 seconds left. As we'll see Manning out of the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He's got no one. He'll roll out to his right, evade a defender, and throw it away. Again, the coverage by New Britain stands strong. He didn't have anyone downfield. Manning has really just been running for his life on these pass plays, as we see. New Britain did a great job just keeping those receivers in a blanket.
And one thing to make New Britain's secondary even more impressive than it already is, locking up the receivers, locking up the Jesuits receivers all night, is that most of them are playing 2 ways. You see Samuel out there, who also plays receiver on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and I've seen Allen out there a few times as well. So they're a team who knows where their talent is, and they're going to make sure they're on the field as much as possible. So the Jesuits here with 3rd and long. Manning checks back with the coaches. He'll get the call. Clock winds down. He'll take the snap, and it's a handoff to Lombardo. He'll hit the hole, break a tackle, and he stays up. Lombardo gets in. Great run there by Vinny Lombardo. It's his second touchdown of the game, and the Jesuits extend their lead.
And Vinny Lombardo just attacking the hole up the middle of the field. We've seen him do this all this season, all last season. Once he has that hole, he's just going to go. There's no way a single safety can stop him. And another touchdown for Lombardo, his second of the night.
Yeah, that's a great play there by Lombardo. He breaks 2 tackles and walks into the end zone. He's been electric so far. Didn't show up at all in that first drive, and he's come in after that and been absolutely devastating for New Britain.
Too many men penalty on New Britain, I believe.
Yeah, so I don't know what the call is here. I think it's most likely too many men. But now does this bring in a 2-point conversion play for the Jesuits? You might as well if you're at the 1-yard line.
I would agree with that. Either way, you're up by 2 scores, so maybe take the guaranteed point, which it looks like they're going to do.
Not sure what the call was. Here comes Cornelius on the point after. He's 100% so far today. And he's money.
Yep. Piece of cake for Cornelius.
Extend their lead. It's a 2-score game with 7 minutes left on the touchdown run by Vinny Lombardo.
And the Jesuits now have 7 minutes with a 10-point lead left in this game. And their defense has been very good outside of 2 possessions. And those 2 possessions have been less to the fault of the Prep defense and just more to the benefit of Jaden Allen. So
yeah,
if they can keep Jaden Allen and Seymour contained, they will have no issue stopping this Hurricanes offense, but that's a big ask.
New Britain has really shown up in this second half. They've shown that they're one of the best offenses in the state, but Prep's defense has stood tall so far. We'll see if they're able to do it again. Stop here on this drive will be huge for the Jesuits. It'll give them the opportunity to burn the clock down and ice this game. Oh, so it seems like that flag was put on to the kick here. Actually, I most likely am wrong. I think it's in the normal spot. Not sure what the flag was before, but we'll move on from that.
Back to return for New Britain is Deshane Thompson and Samuel.
So Cornelius will send it deep. And there'll be no return. It'll be a touchback. So New Britain will pick the ball up at the 25 with an opportunity to cut the lead down to 1 score. Tommy, how can New Britain get in the end zone this drive?
New Britain, they're going to have to rely on the pass. Not a lot of time left. They need 2 scores, and the one way the pass has been successful to them so far has been Seymour rolling out, whether it to be his left or his right. He has been more successful to his right, but if they can get Seymour on the move, they can be successful.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think they need to get the ball in their playmakers' hands, including Todd Samuel. I don't think he had the ball at all last drive, and when he's had it, he's been electric.
Definitely. I also want to see them involve Jaden Allen in some receiving concepts as well. A couple screen passes, just get the ball moving.
So here's Seymour out of the shotgun. He's got Samuel lined up to his left. He'll take the snap motion, Samuel, and he'll hand him the ball. Samuel's looking for room, and he'll cut inside for a gain of 2.
There was just nothing there.
Yeah, nothing there. We saw that play go for a chunk of yards earlier, but that time the Jesuits sniffed it out, and it'll be 2nd and 8.
Sam Barrett made a great tackle on that play. One of the captains of this Jesuits football team, one of the leaders on this defense.
Yeah, he had a great pass breakup in the first half on New Britain's first drive. As Seymour takes a snap, he'll roll out, and he's looking downfield, and he's got a big man. And the catch there by Leatherwood.
And that is what we wanted to see out of Seymour there, him rolling out to his left that time, and that's where he's been the most successful. And that's the first time we've seen Leatherwood get a reception this game. Seymour this time runs it to his right,
Ooh.
and he'll get 5 yards.
Bowls over a defender there. Yeah, so far the Jesuits have done a great job on offense, Tom. And how do you think Robbie Manning's contributed to that?
Robbie Manning has done a great job dealing with pressure. He so far has 2 touchdown passes. Each of them have been screens, but the biggest thing I've seen from Robbie Manning is just his ability to know where to put the ball in this game. He's found Vinny Lombardo on 2 big plays when he's getting pressure. And then to find Chad James on that first touchdown, it was a great throw, a great read of the defense. He's really done a great job tonight.
Yeah, as New Britain picks up the first down there as they continue to work their way down the field.
And Jack Buck came up with the football, but they're going to roll Seymour down. And Seymour was almost sacked, and he almost threw a pick. Jack Buck there again, and that was Burgess on the pressure. Burgess has had a phenomenal game so far. 1 deflection that's led to an interception, and 2 huge pressures on the quarterback, 1 leading to a sack, and that one obviously leading to an overthrow.
Yeah, huge down here for New Britain. It's 3rd and 7. Seymour will take the snap, fake the handoff, and it's to Samuel. The pass is high, and the tackle's missed. Samuel will have room to run. He's on his way down the field. Shoestring tackle there to prevent the touchdown. There's a great play there by Samuel. Brody Summers comes up huge on that tackle, but Samuel, again, showing his big play.
And we're going to get a replay of that here soon. You see him just break that first tackle by the prep defender and then make it all the way down to the one. He was so close. Brody Summers tripped him up.
So it's going to be a timeout for the Jesuits as they gather themselves with 4 minutes, 34 seconds left. And New Britain looks to punch this in with around 2 yards left to go.
And a big play. That's the first big play we have seen out of this Hurricanes offense that's been over 30 or 40 yards or so.
Yeah, definitely play of the game for them.
And unfortunately gets tripped up at the 1 for that offense, but I have a feeling Jay and Allen is going to be handing this ball 4 times here if they need to.
100%. I wouldn't be surprised for them to put that big man formation out there, maybe another Wildcat, and New Britain really needs to punch this one in. So their offense has really picked it up this second half, and Preps only had an answer on around 2 or 3 drives.
Yeah, that one, I mean, that was a dead play. 29 had Samuel wrapped up, but Samuel just made a spectacular play to break free of that tackle and make it all the way down to the 1.
So the defensive timeout for the Jesuits wind down as they look to make a goal line stand with 4 minutes, 34 seconds left in this game. New Britain walks out on the field, and they have that big man set in. Look at all those offensive players on the left side. I wouldn't be surprised if they give this ball off to Allen. Oh, Samuel will take it himself, and he'll run in for a touchdown on the QB keeper. It's Seymour.
And that just highlights the ability of this New Britain offense to run the football. It doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah, great play there from New Britain. We saw the motion in by Jalen Escara, and then Seymour runs right behind him for the touchdown. So the lead now after this point after could be cut to 3 points, and the Jesuits really need to respond. For them, the key on this next drive is going to be running the ball and running this clock down. So the point after attempt by New Britain. Good snap, good hold. And that kick was deflected, but it still makes its way through, and the lead is cut to 3 points.
Yeah, Shaney got a hand on that one, but
good kick there by the kicker to power that through.
Yes, definitely.
So the Jesuits have a huge opportunity here.
New Britain has all 3 of their timeouts, so if the Jesuits, if they want to run this clock out, it's going to need to be a long drive here with them getting a lot of first downs.
Yeah, they've done a good job managing those timeouts through this game, and that's really come from the quarterback, Billy Seymour, who's been able to manage this offense well for a junior. They've really shown they're the best in the state for a reason this second half. First half, they had us doubting it. They were pretty slow, and the Jesuits had answers for them, but so far this second half, they've really turned it up.
And if Prep here can get a score, it would be huge for them, as with only 4:30 left, a touchdown would be very difficult to come back from for the Hurricanes. So Prep really looking to punch one in.
Oh, it looks like New Britain's going to attempt an onside kick here as the Jesuits are lined up short. The returners of Lombardo and James are short. No, they're going to go and kick it deep. And that ball's going to sit up, so James is going to have to return it. He'll look for a hole, and he's hit there around the 20, so good play there from New Britain. They got him faked out on that onside kick. Prep was not lined up deep, and then James had to track back, pick that ball up off the ground, and make any play he could.
Another little bit of trickery from this New Britain unit on special teams. Couple of fake punts, now a fake onside kick.
Yeah, they've really kept the Jesuits on their toes this game, tricking them on those RPOs and other plays.
And here comes the Jesuits offense with 80 yards to go until the end zone. They're on their own 20.
So next to Manning is Callahan. Manning will take the snap, hands it off to Callahan. He'll hit the hole, and that's a hard run by Callahan. He'll gain about 4.
Callahan's just been an effective runner all game.
Yeah, he just powers his way through, keeps his feet moving, and he's done a good job gaining those short chunk plays for the Jesuits.
And don't forget his long 65-yard touchdown on the first drive of the game to set up, or no, long 65-yard run to set up the touchdown. I apologize.
So Manning will take his time here, try to run this clock out as much as he can. And he'll take the snap. It's low, and there'll be a flag. I think it's on the Jesuits here, so they'll be moving backwards. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Definitely unfortunate for the Jesuits. Putting yourself in the position of being in a 2nd and long may require you to pass the football at some point here on the next 2 downs, which might stop the clock, and that is not what you want.
Yes, huge thing here. The clock's going to run, so the Jesuits are going to have some opportunity here to keep the clock moving. A first down here will be huge for them and might force New Britain to start using some timeouts. So the Jesuits line up out of the shotgun. Lewis motions over, and the handoff will be to Callahan. He'll follow Lewis, and Callahan will get a nice run there, picking up the first down, I believe.
Oh, yes, they are going to give him the first down. That's a huge run from Callahan.
It's a great run there from Callahan, but it was broken by the motion from Jordan Lewis, who's been playing both sides of the ball in that H-back position with Sam Shaney this game. He motions over and is that lead blocker on that play.
Yeah, that H-back position has been really effective.
They're really key for the Jesuits so far this game, and both him and Sam Shaney have done a great job. So Manning will milk the clock down. Lewis will motion over again, and they give the ball back to Callahan, same play, and he'll fight his way for 2 hard-fought yards. Clock continues to run.
And this is the ideal drive so far for the Jesuits, getting a first down, running the football constantly, which allows the clock to keep running. And they'll have 25 more seconds of runoff here if they want it, which
so
they'll take it.
In comes John Morris now at that H-back position. Prep's utilizing all their linebackers so far this game at that position. And it's a good usage of personnel. All those guys are great football players. Lined up next to Manning is Chad James. As the clock ticks under 2 minutes. Manning will take the snap. It's given to James. And he's bottled up at the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 3rd and long. That was a loss there.
I assume New Britain will use a timeout now.
Yeah.
Yes, they will.
It's great ball knowledge, Tommy.
Thank you. Thank you. Great prediction.
So a timeout here from New Britain, forcing Prep's hand. Will they go for a deep shot here, try to pick up that first down, or will they continue to run the ball, look for a chunk play? We'll see. I mean, hopefully they're dialing up something nice here. If you're New Brit,
All right, and this is the biggest 3rd down of the game. It's going to be 3rd and 9. Jesuits offense here probably cannot run the football.
Yeah.
Just New Britain having those 2 timeouts really prevents you from doing that. So they're going to need to drop back and pass it, and that means the offensive line needs to step up big here.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what they do here. This Prep offense has been really creative with their play calls. They've chosen to run the ball on 3rd and long, and it's kind of paid off for them. They've been able to get those chunk plays in the play now. In the game now is Vinny Lombardo at running back. 4 wide receivers split out. It's a shotgun. Manning will take the snap. He'll look to throw. And he's got a screen from Lombardo. Lombardo's got room to run. It's a decent gain there by the Jesuits. Around 6 yards. It's going to be 4th and short. We'll see what the call is here by the Jesuits, and it'll be another timeout.
They're going to punt this ball away for sure. There's no way he can go for it.
Yeah, it's just too risky. It is just too risky. You got to trust your defense. They played well all game. We'll get a replay of that. Another screen to Lombardo. It's been really effective so far this game.
Just a great effort there by Lombardo. It felt like he got more yards than he actually did.
Yeah.
Manning just dropped back a little far. I mean, obviously he was facing pressure. He had to drop back.
A lot of pressure, yeah.
So, I mean, a great run, but just not enough for the first. And I assume Ben Cornelius will be coming on the field here trying to pin him back.
I don't know, Tommy. They got the offense in a huddle there. Jesuits look like they might want to ice this game. We'll see what the call is. I mean, they got their whole offense in a huddle there, and I don't even see Cornelius.
I think maybe they're going to send their offense out there. Prep still does have 2 timeouts, so maybe they're going to send their offense, try and get them off sides.
Take a page out of New Britain's book and do that quarterback punt.
They could, yeah. I mean, if anybody's going to do it, you know, Robbie Manning, maybe he's got the leg for it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We got Chad James in the game now for the Jesuits at running back. And this could be the game. It's 4th and 3, I believe.
Wow. So far, it looks like they are going to go for it.
He'll motion over Garofalo. Manning. He'll take the snap. Oh, he's going to do a hard count. He's going to try to get him to jump offside. Prep will most likely call a timeout here, I believe.
Yeah, with 2 timeouts remaining, why wouldn't you at least try and get him to jump off sides, maybe get lucky?
Call a timeout. So they went for the hard count, try to get New Britain to jump offside, and now they're going to settle for a punt. So on comes the effective punt team from the Jesuits, and this could be huge for them with Cornelius coming onto the field with that huge leg. If he could pin him deep, it's going to make it really hard for New Britain with just 1 timeout.
One great thing about that drive is now New Britain only has 1 timeout left for this final drive. And New Britain has shown that besides a few plays, like running the football is their strength. So they obviously can't run the football with only 1 timeout and 1:25 left.
Yeah, if I'm the Jesuits, I'm really keying on Todd Samuel here. New Britain's definitely going to try to get him the ball in some kind of screen, as well as Jaden Allen. But Samuel's been their big play threat this game.
Oh, definitely, for sure. Samuel has been there time and time again for Seymour.
He's back deep on this one. We'll see if Cornelius can pin him deep. With 1:25 seconds left in this game, the Jesuits hold a 3-point lead, and Cornelius will punt the ball away. It's a beautiful punt. And there'll be no return. It'll bounce. That's a great punt from Cornelius. It was around the 12-yard line. Did his job perfectly there.
That's well done. That's well done. That's just a beautiful punt to watch. He gets it to spiral.
Looks great in the air.
Oh, it's beautiful. And then the ability to get it to spin and just, I don't know. I'm not a huge punter guy. I don't know if that's intentional. I don't know if you can control that, but that was a great bounce.
100%. Punters work on being able to put backspin on the ball, and he was definitely looking for that there. I mean, that's a It takes a lot of skill to make the ball sit down like that.
And on the sidelines right now, you can see he is hyped over that, and why wouldn't you be? That was just a spectacular punt.
That's again, this prep special teams becoming a factor in this game. When you have a good special teams in high school football, it makes you just so much better in these small aspects of the game. So New Britain's offense will step onto the field. It's Billy Seymour looking to lead them on a game-tying or winning drive. Most likely winning. They've had just no luck at kicking the ball so far. The crowd is getting into this one as Seymour will take the snap. He'll drop back. He'll unleash one deep. And it'll be intercepted by Oliver Frick. Oliver Frick with the interception.
Oh my goodness, what a play by Oliver Frick. Seymour put the ball into a tricky situation, and Oliver Frick comes up big time for the Jesuits with an interception to ice the game.
Yeah, Seymour just had no one there, and I don't even think his receiver turned around to look at that ball. But Frick did a great job to track that and come down with the interception. We'll get the replay as Seymour looks deep. And yeah, he was looking for Samuel, but it was underthrown.
And the prep sideline right now is going crazy. The bleachers are going crazy. What a huge interception for Oliver Frick. And now, with only one timeout remaining, New Britain doesn't really have a chance in this one, and prep can go into the victory formation.
Yeah, I mean, don't want to jinx it here, but if the Jesuits fumble the ball, that's the only way I see New Britain getting back into this one. But we're knocking on wood. Hopefully that doesn't happen. They're in victory formation, though, and it looks like this one will be wraps. I don't think New Britain's timeout will come into play.
And Oliver Frick, just big-time players make big-time plays, and he's been locking up all night in the secondary. For him to finally get a pick, he must feel good. And what a play.
Yeah, I mean, that prep defense stepping up on the first play of New Britain's drive is exactly what they needed. And this victory is going to be a sweet one for the Jesuits, coming off that game last week with a huge victory, and now another one. And there's nothing better than the victory formation as the Jesuits win this one 21-24.
And this was a tight game. This was a close game. And a spectacular win for the Jesuits. Sealing it with the game-winning pick by Oliver Frick. But the efforts of the defense and the offense were put on a show tonight.
The horn will sound as the clock hits 0, and the Jesuits come away with victory for the second time this season.
And the Jesuits improve to 2-1, while New Britain drops to 2-1. And a great all-around game, very close game, a nail-biter there at the end.
Yeah, this one's going to be one for the books. This is their first meeting all-time, Fairfield Prep and New Britain. Two teams definitely did not know each other because of the fact they've never played, and they came out and played a great game of football. New Britain's offense showed that they were the best in the state in that second half, but Prep's defense stood tall with Oliver Frick coming down with that interception to seal the game. And at the end of the day, 24 points is all the Jesuits needed, led by Robbie Manning and their great rushing attack, the dual-headed monster of Scout Callahan and Vinny Lombardo. And don't forget Chad James with that receiving touchdown, the first of the game.
That's what we were preaching on before the game even started. We said Vinny Lombardo, Scout Callahan, and Chad James, who had a spectacular game against Sheehan last week, they were going to be the difference makers, and that they were.
They were.
I mean, 3 huge plays from Vinny scoring 2 touchdowns, Scout with the huge run that set up a Chad James touchdown. And just all game, the Jesuits were able to run the football. They played really great defense in the closing moments. And the final score of 24 Fairfield Prep, 21 New Britain, as the Jesuits win this close matchup.
All right, so we'll be back after some ads briefly.
Journey. Go forth.
we're going to meet you on the field with a quick interview of Vinny Lombardo, our
Now, sending it down to the field to interview our player of the game, Vinny Lombardo.
It's Craig Martin. I'm here with Vinny Lombardo. Vinny, you had 2 touchdowns tonight. Great win here at Rafferty Stadium. You had a receiving touchdown and a rushing touchdown. What do y'all think the mentality was coming into tonight's game?
I mean, we're just trying to win, honestly.
whatever we could do to win, and we prepared well this week for practice. We didn't play our best game, but we still came out with the win. I thought our O-line played really well tonight, and me and Scout, Robbie, all the defense looked great tonight. So, yeah. What do you think the next goal is for you guys this season in the upcoming games?
I mean, we're just trying to win the rest of the games. We got some rivalry games coming up, so just keep doing our thing.
I appreciate you, Vinny. Thank you, and good game.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us tonight. The final score, 24 Jesuits, 21 New Britain Golden Hurricanes. And now we will send it to some highlights.